Good afternoon, good night, good evening, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I'm broadcasting live from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name is Mazi Nnamdi. He's deputized by Uchemefo, where freedom fighting Radio Biafra is our life, is what we go for, and we're swinging for our freedom. Whether they like it or not, we're getting what we want. But before we proceed, we gathered again this morning, talk about the same thing: freedom, freedom, freedom. Anything that will block us and stop us from progressing, we're asking Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the creator of the universe, to help us achieve what we've set out to do. We ask for his strength and his guidance. Let us call our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, to please lead us in prayer. Bow your heads and let us pray.
Without whom we cannot function, and unto him we give every honor and every adoration. Wherever you are, I will ask you, if you are in the spirit, to remain so. If you are outside the spirit, we ask you to come into it. Because what we are preaching from here is a gospel of redemption, as directed by Chukwu Okike Abiyama himself in heaven. And this very gospel, we must preach it. Therefore, we must pray. We give thanks unto thee, O Elohim, for there is none like thee. There can never be any like thee. You are the beginning and the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Our lives are in the palm of your hands. We commit all that we are unto thee. We have come as the ancients did before us, as our ancestors did before we came, to offer praise and adoration unto your holy name and no other. For we do not worship any idol. We do not worship anything born of a human being. We do not worship anything carved out of a tree. We do not bow down before anything molded with the hands of men. It's only thee that we worship. That is why we have come this very evening on this hallowed platform that you yourself created, to offer you unadulterated praise and to hand over to thee all that we can ever become, because Biafra is yours. This very family of IPOB, you molded yourself. You decreed that IPOB must come, and now that we have come, that we may worship thee, O Elohim, please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, and you will bless me, and you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. Iyke, Iyke, Iyke.
When I pray, I have a God that answers. You are who you are, yes you are. When I seek you, me I know where I will find you. You have never left me alone. When I ask, me I know that you will do what no man can never do for me. When I know you go open your heart, you open your doors to let me. Jehovah Jireh, all over, all on his sheet. pray,
I have a God in there. You are who you are, yes you are. When I seek you, you know where I can find. You will never let
me alone.
When I ask, me I know that you will do. What no man can never do for me.
Yeah.
When I know you go open your heart,
Open your heart,
open your doors to let me.
Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah, go on me she. Jehovah Yahweh, Jehovah, did it let me she. I'm gonna take down your love, bully wamelu. Onye keruba, your love, did it let me she. When I cry, you wipe away my tears. You have filled my mouth with laughter. When I'm weak, you strengthen me. I'm mounting up with wings like eagle. When I'm down, you lifted me. You're the glory and the lifter of my head. Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah, go on me she. Onye keruba, Jehovah, did it on me she. Mama keruba, Jehovah, go on me she. I couldn't temper, Jehovah, did it on me she. Abasimi, ay. Child, no one is like you, Lord. No one compares to you. Hey, I've searched all over the world, I've found nobody.
Yes, I knew what enter Jehovah. I love that verse. Alright, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Peters. We are broadcasting live from New York City this morning. Today is the 29th day of September 2020. Alright, I have a few things that I need to talk about this morning, but before then I have to read for you the news, something written out by Ima Powerful, our media person. Saw it yesterday and I tried to put it in here so I can read out to you guys this morning about sitting at home on 1st of October. It's something that is very, very important. It's important that we bear it in mind that that day there will be no going out. Everybody have to sit in their houses. Our leader have said it. And for every other good reason, beyond the fact that he said it, what are we going out there to celebrate? That is the question you should ask yourself. If you are able to answer that question, you go to school, you come out, you don't have a job, you're looking around for a job, the cheapest you do is probably get somebody to buy you a car because you can't afford it. You buy your car, you start driving, and then you go out there with your children. You have a family. Some of you have children that you are training, you are bringing them up. You can hardly pay their school fees. They're not well fed. Nothing is happening. And then you go out to celebrate a 60 years old man that is an idiot. Don't you think you be more mumu than the people where they go celebrate? So the point we are trying to make here is that we have been told that October 1st we are going to sit at home. Nobody is going out. Sit in your houses. Celebrate whatever you want to celebrate. Do it inside your house. Don't go out there, don't expose your children to this danger, because these people are planning to kill you on that day. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. And how can they do it? When you are in the streets. They might find it difficult to come to kill you in your houses. Because the world is watching. The whole world is focused on there on the 1st of October. I'm not talking about only Biafrans. I'm talking about the Duduwas. I'm talking about the Middle Belters. I'm talking about even the so-called Northerners, the so-called Hausa people. Sit at home. There is nothing out there for you. Who are you going to salute? Salute the man that has been starving you to death? The man that doesn't care for you? People that don't even know you exist? You want to take your risk of going out there to serve them in order to prove. What are you trying to prove? That things are normal? No, they are not normal. You know that. Things are not normal. So you're not going to go out there and do anything. Just sit in your houses. That's what you're told to do, and that's exactly what you're going to do.
Every servant of the wonderful people of Biafra must ensure that there will be no market on the 1st of October. Nothing will happen. Not even churches. No mosque. Nothing whatsoever. There is going to be total silence across the entire land of Biafra, because there is nothing to celebrate about the zoo. The zoo have brought death, misery, mayhem, poverty, and impoverishment to our people, and that day our silence will speak for us. It will be so loud that the whole world will not fail but to understand that we are fed up with the zoo. There will be no marching. I am telling parents in Biafra land, do not kid your children or dress them up to come out to march for Fulani Janjaweedism. If you're celebrating 1st of October, you're celebrating Fulani mediocrity, you're celebrating British neo-colonialism, you're celebrating poverty, you're celebrating deprivation, you're celebrating Yala terrorism, you're celebrating banditry, and you're celebrating idiocy. And we're not going to have that in Biafra land. So parents, be warned. Do not send out your children, because there will be terror attacks in Biafra land, planned, orchestrated, and executed by Yala terrorists in Biafra land. They are there now in place. Some of them are even in the army and the police as well. Do not risk the lives of your children. Biafra land will be empty and very silent on that very day. Markets will not open. Markets will not open. Nothing will happen on October the 1st. Very, very important.
Radio Biafra, Radio
right, this morning, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I'm still here trying to give you information that you know about 1st of October.
Operation Sit at Home 2020. Operation Sit at Home on 1st October 2020. Operation Sit at Home on 1st October 2020. Why didn't they do you sef all this year when you celebrate 1st October for Nigeria? Can pass like Orano? No good road, no hospital, no drug, no work, no school, no education, no salary, no pension, no gratuity, no good water, no fuel, no care, no gas, no electricity. Now only darkness with the use our money they pay for every month with the call NEPA bill. No airport, no seaport, no refinery, no company, no president, no vice president, no court, no judiciary, no security, but killer agents. Now only death, mortuary and ambulance with the see. Now you don't see when a baby become mature, it become a very reason. Why you no go think twice now? So as you don't grow rich, you no get sense, you no get ear, you no get eye to see. Say Naija, nigga area, don't jaga, everything scatter, gunshot everywhere. This one na to tell you say things don't fall apart and no make better reason. You don't remember say for 1st October we dey celebrate cows, full and killer herdsmen, military checkpoints and roadblocks for Biafra land, sex harassment, DSS don't join, rape, joblessness, killings, abduction, intimidation, imprisonment, incarceration, Operation Python dance, Operation Crocodile Smile, street customs, Fulani land grabbing, and my people. To celebrate 1st October no make sense at all. Now when road good, now you go and dey plenty time. But this one no be road. Not to talk of waka for it nor celebrate. No talk like that. For this reason, the indigenous people of Biafra, alias IPOB, under the canopy of Onyendumazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't declare that 1st October 2020 as Operation Sit at Home in the whole of Biafra land, as we no get anything for this celebration since ever we don't celebrate them. For this order, no school marching, no salute, no market, no business office go open, no keke, no moto, no truck, no moto bigwe, no street trading, no street football, no church, no ministry, no mosque, no shop, no mami market, no everything, even good morning market, no go open eye for head that day. Now total and complete lockdown in the whole of Biafra land. They call this one the mother of all sit at home and lockdown. Just to sit here at home now and carry your eye see as the zoo go carry hand bury herself. No one make this one a serious matter. No take am for granted. If you dare come out for that day, they don't plan how to come you, kill you, bury you without anybody seeing where they bury you. I beg, help pass this message to your neighbor. For 1st October 2020, in Operation Sit at Home, the mother of all Operation Sit at Home and Lockdown for Biafra land, my people, now the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, they bring una this message. The ear where they hear, it no big like basket.
Everything scatter.
Oh yes, everything don't scatter and it keeps scattering. Don't they scatter since now we wake up, say it's scattering, don't they too much. 1st of October, we are going to sit at home. Nobody is going out there. Don't go out there and get killed. Keep your family safe. Stay at home. There's nothing out there for you. There's nothing to celebrate. Absolutely nothing to celebrate, honestly. We have been doing this for many years, but what have we achieved? Nothing. We're still getting killed left, right, and center. They are coming to us. They are killing us. They are maiming us. They're doing whatever they have to do with us. But you know something? They can do what they want to do, but you know, we are here. We are definitely here. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Like I told you, I wanted to read out something that written by our media people. Unfortunately, I can't find it right now. I don't know what happened to it, but we'll eventually find it. And all of a sudden, I just received something about somebody who happened to own a church. Another pastor is beat up one of our people because he was evangelizing. They showed his photographs here. They said his name is Pastor, what's his name again? Samuel Ikpeme. I'm so surprised that Ikpeme can do this from Akwa Ibom. The Ikpeme that I knew used to come from Cross River State, not Akwa Ibom. However, he owns a church, and the church is located at Odani Green. This man beat up one of our fellows, and the person that they beat up, the IPOB member that he beat up because he was evangelizing, Mazi was a warrior. He's lying critically ill in the hospital right now as we speak because of the beating that he got from the people that this pastor organized. All right, so his phone number, I'll read out his phone number right here. It's 0803 745 8870. We need to call him and find out why he did what he did. If he's being accused falsely, he should please call the station and defend himself. Otherwise, it stands to be true. There is nothing else anybody can do about it. His number is 0803 745 8870. He has another number that is 80802 258 4596. Biafran should call him and let us know why he did what he did. And if he thinks, like I said before, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. If he thinks he's being falsely accused, he should call this station, call the radio, call any of the platforms. It doesn't have to be here directly, and defend yourself. Because otherwise, whatever you are told, whatever they accuse you of is what you have done if you keep quiet. You don't keep quiet in issues like that because it's a very serious thing. The person that you beat up is in the hospital, trying to survive, struggling for his own life, and you have no right to do what you did. So, Ikbeme, you have to call. Call us, otherwise you will get the treatment that you deserve, because the joke, this thing is getting out of hand these days, and it's enough. Enough has to be enough. You cannot just be beating up people because you think you are in a position of authority. I don't even know who gave you the authority. If you call yourself a real man of God, you don't have to do these things. It's surprising when people like us do certain things. It's acceptable because we are not proclaiming to be the holier than thou. But if you are, those of you out there who brandish yourself as men of God, and you do things like this, it's unacceptable, honestly speaking. It's very, very unacceptable. What you have to do is call in and defend yourself, because what you did is very serious, and we've taken it very seriously. Biafrans can call him and let him tell us exactly why he did what he did. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I'm still not able to pick up the clip that I wanted to read out for you about what Ima Powerful wrote. But eventually I will find it. Honestly, I know somebody out there is listening, and they might just push it in for me, and that will be very, very nice. So we are sitting at home on 1st of January, overemphasizing it because it is a very, very important date. That is the day we are going to tell the world that we are tired of the zoo. That the day the world is going to focus on us, because Independent Day for the world means a lot for every country. It's like 4th of July over here. It's a very important date for us here. So if 1st of October everybody sits at home, that will send a very, very powerful message to the world. I don't mind the idiot that called me yesterday and was saying, hey, the way you guys are doing it, they should carry a placard and stay in the street. The guy is a bloody idiot. He's one of the agents. They have sent him. They go to kill them in a meeting. The meeting that is not even public. Then imagine them standing in the street with cards, with placards, saying that they want to go. They want to be free. And meanwhile, I'm reading on Facebook that the army is mobilizing in Biafra land. The waters are all occupied with gunboats and all that. What are they doing? There is no war. Why are you creating a war situation when the actual war is going on in the north and you're not doing anything? You're coming to the south to kill people that are peaceful. Biafrans, 1st of October, send this powerful message by sitting in your houses. Don't go anywhere. Lock up your gates. All pepper soup, just whatever you want to do it, but do it inside your house. You don't need to be in the street. There is no need to be in the street, because these people are so desperate right now as we speak. They are peeing in their pants. They don't know what else to do. They don't know exactly what to do. Believe me sincerely, we're holding them in the bad place. So there's nothing they can do right now except what they are doing right now, threatening. Threatening, to do this or do that. the saboteurs are not even succeeding because we are getting them everywhere. The saboteur that called from Maryland yesterday, that's exactly the kind of people that Ojo Sokalo is brandishing his money. You know, he carries bags of money about. Anywhere he goes, there's money with him. It's okay. It's cool to have money, yes. But you know what? For the first time in your life, you have gotten something that you don't expect. Because for them, they always believe that money is the power, is a thing that as soon as you get it, you have done everything. There are people in Ojuni. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an example, typical example. Oh, you Ojuni, you cannot eat poison because you are hungry. So, we only see those people. The one thing we know is that we will always be ahead of you. We will always be ahead of the saboteurs, no matter what they do. Anyway, Hasi we will follow it that way. Because in my life, I never knew that somebody could take a microphone and bring down the whole nation. I've never seen anything like this. One person, he just came in, just do what I tell you to do, and we will get our freedom. And that's exactly what we are doing. There are people on the side who now, you know, it's like they don't know what to do. They can't stop listening to Radio Biafra because it's addictive. And then they cannot sleep well when they listen to it. So if you is problem, you get problem, you get problem. That is Radio Biafra. We are here. We are here. We are here solid like a rock. So you can sit down there and make your plans. Bring it on. Come down with it. Before you land, we know where you're going. They will be taken out one by one. There's nothing any of you can do. The best you can do to yourself, but to hear is just turn down that radio. Don't listen to it anymore. And if you don't listen to it anymore, you're not working hard. You are in the battle. That's what most of you have gone into. Or just see east, or see west, or north, or south, or if I can until one day you pack home. You can't succeed. This is the time. Biafra has come to stay. There is nothing anybody, thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm happy, like I said. I keep saying it over and over and over. I am happy that I'm saying this. I'm alive to see this. To see it happening. The job we started as teenagers, unfinished, uncompleted job is what we're completing at old age. Isn't that graceful? Isn't that beautiful? And being, not even that I'm saying it, I'm part of it. It's at my age, I still have the energy to sit down and talk about this same thing. God bless Biafrans. God bless this generation, I'm telling you. I'm so proud of all of you. That are not turning against you guys, forget about them. Just forget about them because they don't know what they are doing. There are many of them. I'm not criticizing everybody. I'm saying that there are many of them that really dump your fingers at what we are doing. They thumbs up, but they decide to play cool because of their age. You know, they are not very strong anymore. They are there, but at least thumbs up. It will be worse if you can't even move your limbs anymore because of my friend arthritis, and then you are still there turning against these kids. That's not right. That's not right. What do you want to leave? What the legacy? What's the legacy? You can that ego. What is the year of us now? We know that we are on a departure hall. If some people don't like when you say things like that, but you know, there's no time the truth wasn't made to be sweet, to be honest with you. If it becomes sweet, then it's not the truth. If it becomes too palatable, forget it. It's not the truth. You know, I watch some evangelists in the church when they want to do their deliverances, they start cursing the person. You did this. They embarrass them. That embarrassment is what makes it work. If you're not embarrassed, you can't paint it. You can't beg the demon, whatever you call it, to please the demon. I beg, come out now. No, you have to scream at the demon, and you start by provoking the person itself. Or if he's a man, tell him his fault right there in the public. That's why many people will not even go to that, because it's like the world is listening. People are afraid to go there, because you know what? I don't want them to say something that will block people's ears. I'm not a saint. So there are many people like me too who was in Nawoka. That is part of the healing. If you call the devil by its name, it will leave you alone. You don't pet it. Satan, boy alpha, tell him, I know you are here. That's when it will leave. If you don't do that, it will stay with you. You can hide it and deceive yourself. Well, you have a choice. Either you go and be disgraced, or you hide the devil. So that is what is happening here. Radio Biafra is a tonic. That is. I told you a lady that I met one time. I met her in a traveling agency, and she's one of our sisters from Asaba. And she said something to me. She said, I love what you guys are doing. I'm so happy with what you are doing. But one thing that keeps me uncomfortable is that name Biafra. Now, Biafra, no way go see a man now. Because Biafra, on a couple more. Wasn't because you know that name. Where did you people ever get that name? I told her, I said, well, it's our name. See, because the name gives me. How many people that have died because of this name? See, that is the point. That what makes it, because that is the truth. People will not die for it. Look at Nigeria now. Look at what you call Nigeria. Dog only get worse. Every day is getting worse. Nothing is changing. And when they are so it will not get us anywhere. What we are doing now with our leader Mazi Nnamdi is the only way out. You like it, you don't like it. Well, if you don't like it, apparently that's no problem. Sit on the side and watch. When the time comes, you will come, because eventually don't sit down there and start to spoil what we are doing. That's the point. That's where it gets bad. You don't want to be part of it, it's okay. It's absolutely okay, believe me. Nobody cares. Nobody will even miss you. We will not know you are not there. We will only recognize you when you start to want to spoil what we are doing. That's when we know you are there. A pastor that runs his mouth and doesn't say anything about us, it's okay. But when you start beating up our people, when you start putting your hands on them, then you have something to talk about. You have something to answer. You have absolutely no right to do that. It's enough for you not to support what we are doing. It's okay. There are people out there that don't. Everybody, we don't expect everybody to come in. We don't expect 100% attendance. It's impossible. It's completely impossible. In everything in life, anything that you do, and when you in a Bible, that the eye of the needle is so tiny that the camel cannot pass through it. So how many people do you think, when we are 70 million people, that 1 million people will support what we are doing? Come on, forget it. They really support us in this thing. Nnamdi Kanu said, I need 100 people. Do you think he has gotten 100 people yet? No, he has not. Because most of us will fall on the wayside. When you look at that person, you think he's so strong, before tomorrow or the struggle continues. But maybe one day he will fall back in line. So it is not easy. He never told us it was going to be easy. He never promised us that the way to Biafra, he called it the last miracle. I remember that. He said Biafra is going to be the last miracle. Miracle, is it easy? If miracle is easy, go and do it. Then all of us could have done it. But it's not easy. We can't do it. That's why when we see real miracle, we start challenging the person that is doing it, because it's something we cannot do. I'm not saying there are no people that are fake, but it doesn't mean that there are no people that are real. It's two sides of the same coin. There are people that are real, there are people that are fake. In everything in the world, you have fake. You have, after all, mechanic and They all look alike. So we're fake, we're real. So the point I'm trying to make is that don't sit down here and think that everybody has to join what we're doing. No. Nobody is a saint. Anybody can fall on the website. Off any time, any minute. Because there are people who come into this thing for some purposes. When you want to join an organization, something that people are doing, and you want to be there because you think that is why the person is getting on, you go there and you don't see what you ask for, you move. But anybody who goes to something wholeheartedly and said, yes, I have found the truth, I am with this man no matter what he says. First of all, somebody who has not done anything for you before that's ever told you the truth, it's okay not to follow him. But when you have somebody who has told you 10 things, and out of that 10 things, 99% here the correct, why wouldn't you follow him? Why? There's no reason why you can't. Unless you just want to be mischievous. Unless you're not paying attention. Because when they, like I said, there are people that are already created, they're already molded, they have their belief, they have something that they put a ceiling on top of their knowledge. They seal it up. It's like a bottle. How about you going to be bottle? I put the bottle. But meanwhile, there is wisdom flowing everywhere. Because you have sealed yourself. You have leveled yourself to that point. You cannot grab anything anymore. You are full of yourself. EGO, that's what they call it. Everybody's got one ego. When you grab that ego that makes you think, then you don't want to listen to somebody you think is a mad person. Go to the village setting, you'll always see them. There's these village drunks that will be there. They're talking like they are drunk. But when you pay attention to them, you discover that they have some knowledge. They know things that you don't know. I gave an example of a funeral that I attended. The dead body, the corpse were there. People were passing around the corpse and saying all kinds of messages. And this drunk just passed through and looked at the corpse and looked at that, started laughing. He said, never had to. He was talking to the dead body. Never had to. That is, don't mind them. Keep going, we are coming. I thought about it. This mad drunkard is telling a dead body, don't mind them. Don't mind us. That is walking around and crying and making all the noise. Keep going, we are coming. Absolutely, we are coming. Because everybody's going to get there one day. But he's a drunk. He's a mad person. He has wisdom. And people look at him and wave at him. Look at this mad idiot. He's not idiot. And I caught something in what he was saying. He was reminding us that one day all of us will be in the same direction. There's nobody who's not going to die. No matter how much you live. You can live and live and live. I have seen somebody say 150 years old. It's okay. But when you look at someone who's 150, he's already dead. Because he can't even lift his leg. His ears are all blocked. He doesn't see roads anymore. So is that a life? Who wants to live that long? So what we are saying is that Biafra is here to stay, no matter what anybody does. No matter what they do. This generation will not, this country will never ever be the same again since Nnamdi Kanu said his foot on earth. It's not going to be the same. Absolutely not. If you don't want to listen, if you don't want to hear it, you have no choice. Like I said, the choice you have is turn off Radio Biafra, don't listen to it. But you know what? If you don't listen to it, you start sounding like an idiot. Because I know people who never even wanted to hear about Radio Biafra, hear about Biafra. Now they're asking for the radio. How can I be listening? Because the truth was not made to be very palatable. If truth is something that everybody absorbs when it comes, then the world would not be what it is today. The truth is the last thing that people want to accept. They want to dodge it, they want to twist it, they want to turn it the other way, turn it everywhere to suit their ego or their mentality or their personality or whatever you might choose to call it. But in the end, they would accept the truth and they have no choice. That is exactly what is happening to us in IPOB. There are many people in IPOB today, yes, millions. There's no doubt about it. But obviously, some are still standing like the standing on one feet. They are not sure. Their feet is not grounded because they think that this thing might work, it might not work. That's why once in a while you get people who will come up and say, mayor. There's no other way to see a mayor. You have a leader. He tells us what to do. You can make your suggestions. He's not prone. He is not anemic to what kind of language would I use right now? He is not. He doesn't run away from advices. He takes these advices, yes. But then, when it becomes necessary, the fact that he doesn't act immediately does not mean that he has not taken your advice. Some advices come, beforehand. They come too early. It's not time for that yet. But believe me, it is noted, because he will eventually get there when the time is proper. So it doesn't stop you from advising. But what I will not tolerate is you coming to the radio to criticize without giving me an option, because criticism is very easy. The easiest thing in the world is to criticize. Honestly. Forget about criticizing. Tell us what you want. How are we going to do it? Okay, that person did it wrong. We don't want to know about that. We want to know, what do you do? What do you think? How are you going to handle this situation? That's the bottom line. So we are going to stay at home. We have been told to stay at home on first, and there's nobody who will not think that it is the proper thing to do. Because staying at home is that you're sending a very powerful message to the world peacefully. You're not going to kill anybody. Because these people are all packing up their weapons. They're getting ready to attack you. But if you don't give them the chance by staying in your house, how are they going to do it? Because the world is going to watch them. See them go to the homes and start shooting down people in their homes. But when you are in the street, you can be accused of anything. They can say anything. In fact, somebody said something very important yesterday. I've not verified it, but I agree with him completely. That these people are going to dress like IPOB members with IPOB cap on their head, with a t-shirt, and then they'll pretend they have reason to make them to shoot you. Because they'll say, the video saw IPOB men attacking the police, attacking the army. That's what they want to create on the 1st of January. Like I said, one of our brothers called yesterday. He said that here, and I agree with him 100%. I've not been able to verify, but at least it made sense. If this is not what they want to do, let them defend themselves. That's my own point. And you keep quiet, then it means it's true. It's as simple as that. So you have yourself. If you don't ask when you stay and mind your business, you don't want to support what we are doing, and you mind your business, nobody's going to remember you. Nobody's going to know you are existing. Nobody. But the moment you start opening your big mouth to talk nonsense, to start to derail what we are doing, then you're making yourself an enemy. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. So you better off just shut up. Shut up. Mind your business. When Biafra comes, we're all Biafrans. That's what all of you claim. Oh, we are all Biafrans. You cannot take away the Biafra hood from me. We know. But look at how stupid you sound and silly. They are killing you every day. They are trying everything in their power to make sure you don't exist. And all you claim is, I'm a Biafran. Who cares about that? What about your children who cannot help themselves? What have you done to help them? So we are going to sit at home. It's a very, very important day that we sit at home. Our leader have told us what to do, and that is what we need. We need that. We need it very, very strongly. On the 1st of October, everybody is going to sit in their houses. Do not go out there to do anything. Otherwise, you might regret it. Because there's a plan, deliberate plan. They're trying to kill as many people as they can on that day. It is not a joke. We are not trying to frighten you or threaten you or lie to you. There will be no need for that. This is what they have planned. Our leader has said it, and when he says something, they have investigated. They're just not talking it from the fact that he wants to talk. He is saying it to you because this is what is going to happen, and you have to be very, 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 very aware that that's what their plan that they have.
Every servant of the wonderful people of Biafra must ensure that there will be no market on the 1st of October. Nothing will happen, not even churches, no mosque, nothing whatsoever. There is going to be total silence across the entire land of Biafra, because there is nothing to celebrate about the zoo. The zoo have brought death, misery, mayhem, poverty, and impoverishment to our people, and that day our silence will speak for us. It will be so loud that the whole world will not fail but to understand that we are fed up with the zoo. There will be no marching. I am telling parents in Biafra land, do not kid your children or dress them up to come out to march for Fulani Janjaweedism. If you are celebrating 1st of October, you are celebrating Fulani mediocrity, you are celebrating British neo-colonialism, you are celebrating poverty, you are celebrating deprivation, you are celebrating Niyetiala terrorism, you are celebrating banditry, and you are celebrating idiocy. And we're not going to have that in Biafra land. So parents, be warned. Do not send out your children, because there will be terror attacks in Biafra land, planned, orchestrated, and executed by Niyetiala terrorists in Biafra land. They are there now in place. Some of them are even in the army and the police as well. Do not risk the lives of your children. Biafra land will be empty and very silent on that very day. Markets will not open. Markets will not open. Nothing will happen on October the 1st. Very, very important.
Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to
This is Radio Biafra.
We have the Yoruba church. Am I right? We have the Igbo church. Correct? We have the Hausa church. Is that not so? Look, in the Yoruba church, if you are an Igbo man, if you carry anointing, let fire come out of your head. You are on your own. You will not reach the top, because it is a Yoruba church. If it is the Igbo church, if you are a Yoruba man, possess all the revelations that you know, you are on your own. You will not get anywhere, because it is an Igbo church. Only the Igbos will be that we brought our petty politics inside the church. My name is Bosun Emmanuel. The foot soldiers of Islam, they are called Almajiris. Vehicles in church building. Now get ready for this next one. Get ready. Get ready. Brace yourself. That is how our brethren are killed. That is how they are cut to pieces. As I'm talking, this is what is going on in Nigeria. I'm not talking about Sudan. I'm not talking about Somalia. This is what is going on in your country right now. This is how Christians are murdered in this nation. They are cut to pieces. The hatred is satanic. And the reason why we are having this problem is because the church forsook missions. We refused to go. We all sat down in Lagos, in Ibadan, in Port Harcourt, nourishing our souls. We forgot those in the north. Because we failed to evangelize them. The harvest that was ripe 2,000 years ago, the harvest is rotting. Boko Haram is the rotten.
All right, this is Radio Biafra. I'm still having a problem here with my equipment, my laptop and my phone, where I have the information. But meanwhile, I'm still struggling to make sure I get them back in order. Like I said before, I'm stressing on sitting at home on 1st of October because all my scripts are not appearing. But I'm going to be here a while with you, so we'll have enough time to talk, because Mazi also is not coming on air today, so I'm going to have to sit in for him. So the time that I'm using, I'll use both my time and part of his time, though. I won't use all his time because I'm so tired. I have to. All right, so this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Like I said, I am still looking for information that I need to work with. One of the phones is not working out at all. I don't know why it's stiff enough. So all the information is there. Meanwhile, we are still here. I'm still trying to get it to work. And as soon as it starts working, we'll go back in full swing. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Keep listening.
yene ka ubo uge mbo kureri ngambi ukariba emenu no wene ka ubo uge kureri ngambi ukariba oh there is no vacancy pan gempa gongi dio uwe mbio da manguro swami dogo yeno ke vacancy baga there is no vacancy, Upan Gampa Gongidio, who will you? No Monguro Swami, don't go no. A vacancy, Swanti mboye godo Mbugu bago gamu wenyo Mekile yeru wene godo Upanu bago gamu wenyo Mboji gomba muru gamu wenyo Anyena vacancy bagao No chance Mbo no chance there is no vacancy, Pan Gampa Gongidio, who will you? No Monguro Swami, don't go no. Vacancy, there is no vacancy, Gampa Gongidio, who will you? No Monguro Swami, don't go no. Vacancy,
Alright, I think the best I can do right now is to open up the lines for you to make your call at 646-920-4541, 5703528442, plus 19294069953. While you're calling, I'll still be struggling because I have not been able to get through. My phones are not working. My laptop is all stuck up. So all the information that I need to work with this morning, I can't access them. So I'm going to leave the line open for you. Just give me a call, and if you have anything to say, just add to it. And let me know if you have somebody's out there listening to me actually, because everything here looks good in my eyes, but I don't know what is happening out there. All right, so I'm going to stay on, play you some music while you make your calls. So call me and let us talk. While I'm still doing this, I'm still struggling with the equipment. All right, I have somebody calling on WhatsApp line. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, my veteran.
Welcome to the program.
I'm Chimai Jem from Oka. How is the family? I hope the family is fine.
Well, okay, sir. Go ahead. Tell us your name.
Okay,
you already said your name. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I said my name is Chimai Jem. I'm calling from Oka.
There we.
About the pastor that beat up our media, that was telling us to our members to sit at home on 1st October. You know, some people are always so idiotic in nature. You know, if you look at the pastor's picture, you know that person, he doesn't even have anything doing. When you look at the picture, you see he's even eating the money. But I'm not against about paying tithe, sowing seed, harvesting or whatever. But the pastor, he doesn't even look like a pastor. He looks like Aguero. If you look at him, as in, even the people that descended on that guy to beat that person up, I don't know what they are thinking. And you know, when our leader is saying that black people, we don't reason, you know, you see somebody that is trying to save you from the terror attack that is coming, and they gave you the intelligence that they are going to strike on 1st October. Everybody should sit at home. You are there ranting. Oman is there ranting, saying you are not going to stay at home or Ebonyi State, and this one is beating our member up. I can't comprehend the kind of the kind of brain we are having. Somebody that is trying to set you free from your bondage, telling you to sit out so that you not get killed by these terrorist people that is all over in this Biafra land, and you are beating the person up, and somebody somewhere sitting drinking kunu or whatever, talking trash, telling we are not going to sit at home, but you sat at home during the COVID-19, and you are even still sitting at home because you don't have work doing. Even right now, you don't have work with your brain is so daft that you cannot even reason that sitting at home will even bring more freedom to you. All you care about is about your stomach, and you are even ordering your members to beat up an IPOB member that was trying to preach the good thing you are supposed to be preaching in your church. And the idiots went ahead to beat the guy. Now, after beating the guy, now the guy is critical ill in the hospital, and you come tomorrow as a pastor, as a man of God, to come and preach. Even when Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach was even insulted, he didn't even ask he didn't even ask Peter or the apostle to go and fight. He told them no. Now you that is representing Christ as you claim, now order your member to be somebody of that is speaking the truth that you are supposed to be speaking. Are you not an idiot? And you claim that you are a pastor, all you care about collecting money, offerings, eating, and if you see the stomach of that pastor, is like toad. All the age, you understand? So now, and some of our people will buy into the idea. I don't know what is happening in this. And so all those people that are buying into the idea, they are without work. There is no job in Nigeria. There is no work at all. And I can categorically tell you that those people are most of them are graduates, seated in their house. They are not doing any work at all. Now, somebody that is trying to rebate you so that you can have a bright future and tell you that your son, so that you cannot go out, reason very well, so that you not get hurt. You are even beating the person in a situation that you beat the person to coma. And tomorrow you go to church and claim that you are pastor. But what I'm trying to say is that anything that you know that you are doing, or if you feel like you have that temerity to beat up someone and no, nothing is going to happen. No. Something is going to happen. So Kama will always come and play his role. Thank you, Mazi. God bless you.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. The line is still open. 64692045541 570-352-8442 plus 19294069953. I'm still struggling with my phone and with my equipment, but meanwhile, just keep calling, and when I'm ready, I will continue from there. All right, I have a call coming in on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. My name is my man Ugo Onyejaka. Mazi, I am the national PRO of IPOB here in United States, and I reside in Washington, D.C. I am from Amibo. Amibo is in Olo, and Amibo is home of the tiger, and Amibo is the home of King Jaja. Mazi, I thank you so much for the good work you're doing.
Thank you.
And I thank God for bringing Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader. Mazi, I want to use this opportunity again just to talk to our people in the Middle Belt. That is the Middle Belt, and then especially the Southern Kaduna. Because I saw the women that came and were crying that their husband and their children were killed, and then they want to take matters into their hands. That they don't want the soldiers to come and protect them, because what the soldiers were doing is just to, bring the Boko Haram to kill them.
Yes, Southern Kaduna, right?
Yes, Southern Kaduna.
Good.
So I am urging them to stand up. I am asking the youth of the Southern Kaduna, the youth of Zamfara, the youth of Borno, for them to stand up and fight for their rights. For them to use this opportunity of Nnamdi Kanu, for them to just come up and join in this struggle so that they will just have their own indigenous, country. because the Fulani that are coming are not of the Fulanis of Nigeria. These are the people that have been displaced in Mali, because there is a crisis going on in Mali now. They have opened up the border for them to come in and kill them.
Yes.
They have to fight for their rights and they have to fight for their survival. So I am asking them, please, just to go and join the IPOB, download the radio app, that is the IPOB Community Radio. Download IPOB Community Radio, because this is your mouthpiece. This is an opportunity that you can never get again. Because if you're talking about Nigeria, nobody will give you that opportunity. Nobody will want your voice to be here that you are being killed. The only way that you can hear, your voice will be here is if you can join the IPOB Community Radio app. Just download IPOB Community Radio app. Believe me, the people that have ruled Nigeria are 90% the northern people. They don't have any reason for you to be suffered. You don't have any reason to complain of anything, because all the wealth of the country, the contraction called Nigeria, has been looted by the northern leaders. So what you have to do is just to fight for your freedom, fight just to get the Fulanis out of your country, because Fulanis are not part of Nigeria. I am asking again, if you happen to find yourself in United States of America, if you are a Biafran and you want to join this struggle, I am asking you to go to our website, and that our website is www.ipobinusa.org. www.ipobinusa.org. If you get to this website, then you will see where they say donation. Just try and donate, no matter how little it is. It will help in this radio. If you happen to want to join the IPOB people, then there is a place that we listed all the coordinators. All the 50 states in America, then we have the coordinators of the 50 states. So what you have to do is just to go there, you will see the number of the coordinator in the state that you want to join. We want you to join so that your voice can be heard. Then now, Onion didn't have the kind of say that you should not go out on the 1st of October. But I am trying to ask you, why should you go out? Are you going out on the 1st of October that you have stable electricity? What are you going to show? Is it that the employment that you have? Are you going out because of the good road, or because of the railroad, or because you are going out just to help these people because of their looting? They have been looting, they're stealing. They have been doing no functional hospital at all. You cannot even just see any hospital that you can go when you are sick. Okay, the schools are destroyed. There is no infrastructure. There is nothing that you can do. Is it the police harassment? Is it the Boko Haram that you're going to celebrate? Is it the herdsmen you are celebrating? Is it the Fulani bandits, the people that have been killing you? Is that what you are going to celebrate? So if you are going out to celebrate, you are going there just to see your death, because something is going to happen that day. You have been warned to stay home. That is the only thing that you can do. So, Mazi, I thank you so much for all the things that you've been doing. Continue doing your good job. God will continue to bless us. Thank you, Mazi.
There were. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls. 646-920-4541-570-352-8442. +1 929-406-9953. Pardon me, I'm still having issues with my laptop and with my equipment here. So there's not really much I can do right now, because I can't even read anything out. All the things that I saved that I was supposed to use. But there was something that I actually read out, something that I picked out of Facebook. Our IPOB, my powerful, the media people, what they wrote about sitting at home. I had intended to read out all that, but just right now as it is, I just cannot. I have to depend on these calls that are coming in. Let me take a call on caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi Iyke Peters. My name is Mazi Chukwukadibia Okoli, and I'm calling you from United Kingdom.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, thank you, my brother. May Chukwukadibia continue to bless all of you and every other members, the family members of this IPOB. I say, may Chukwukadibia be and remain with every one of us in the mighty name of Chukwukadibia. I pray. He said, Mazi, sometimes when I look at things, I said, all these people that call themselves pastor, in Spanish language, pastor or pastora, the way they call it, because of the arrow that end it, they pronounce it pastora. These people are people that rear cattle. That is what they call pastor in Spanish language.
Mm.
I've seen, when I look at the whole thing that is going on, a lot of pastors, especially from Biafra land, that want one Nigeria. I want to ask them this one question. Roman Catholic was the church everyone was attending before British protested, maybe because what Roman Catholic was doing then, they did not like it, and they protested, and they went out of Roman Catholic and formed Anglican Church, which I was born into. They protested because according to them, what Roman Catholic was doing then wasn't good to them, and that's why they protested. And now they call their church Protestant Church, which is Anglican Church.
Yes.
Now, 80 or 85%, if not 90% of these pastors, self-made pastors and men of God and prophetess and whatever they are, these people are from Anglican. If they're not from Anglican, they are from Catholic. If they're not from Catholic, they are from Cherubim and Seraphim. If they're not from Cherubim and Seraphim, they are from Methodist Church.
Yes.
Because this is the only 4 churches that we know that was in that contraction called Nigeria.
Yes.
When we were growing up.
That's right.
Now we have pastors and the churches everywhere.
Yep.
All of them came out from one of these church or from the other one and formed their own. My question to them and the British too, that want us to remain in one Nigeria, that they see that one Nigeria is sinking every day, and they want us, why did they protest against Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, and pull off and form Catholic Church? And secondly, the question to Britain, why do you leave European Union that you have been in for how many decades? Why do you exist from it? But you want Biafrans to continue in Niger area.
Yeah.
Then these pastors that are sending people to beat a pastor, you call yourself a pastor, and you send your members to go and beat somebody because this person was expressing his own opinion. This is what I want us to do, that I feel that it will be better. It will be better for that pastor. It will be better for that family of the pastor. It will be better for his friend. It will be better for his hometown if Biafra come.
Yes.
Now you send your people to go and beat him. From which church? Where were you born? Which church did your mother and your father born you into? Is it Catholic? Is it Anglican? Then why do you leave Catholic or Anglican to form an evangelical church? Why? And then you want Biafrans to remain in Nigeria. This is my question to you people. You people that call yourself pastors and men of God. Why do you leave the church you were going before and form this one? Is it for business? Is it for making money? Maybe on the 1st of October, they will organize a service of independent. They gather money. That is the only thing, because before I say something, I have tested all these churches. I've even gone to Orumba. Yes. 34 ambos in Calabar. I've been there to see what is happening.
Yes.
And all these people are just deceiving our people, making them to stay in church from Monday to Monday, and nobody's every day you're dying hungry. you're trying to stay in church so that God will throw money from you from heaven, then you will go and buy because you cannot cook money. Even if God will throw that money inside that church and you go to 20 million there, you can never boil it to eat as yam, you can never boil it to eat as beans, you can never boil it to eat as like rice. You must go and use that money to buy. So you now go and buy rice that Irish people who doesn't worship God, they go to farm and farm it, you buy it from them and eat. Can a man live with money alone without eating food? That's my question to you people. And may Chukwu go into you and turn your heart to know that what the Biafrans are looking for is a just cause, and that's the only thing that will even save those people who want to be in Nigeria. Biafra will save them,
yes,
so that they will be in Nigeria in peace. Mazi, may God bless you. Continue what you're doing. We are going to get our Biafra. Nothing will stop us.
Thank you very much.
In the name of my prayer.
There will. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans from here all over the world, wherever you are, irrespective of your time zone. Good morning. Good evening. My name is Pastor Jack. I'm calling from Lagos as usual. Before I continue, it's like I sent a jingle, just released a new jingle. I don't know if you have seen it on this my number.
Okay. On your WhatsApp number, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So having said that, I just want to continuation on the sit at home. Our people, I think if you have a prophet in your church or somebody, or let's say a fortune teller, and out of 10 things he have told you, 9 of them were accurate. I don't think there's any other prophet that may want to convince you not to believe such a person.
That's right.
Now, what am I trying to say? Man, the Kano, the more, in fact, most of the people that are coming on board now were people who were criticizing our leader in the past.
That's right.
The light has shone on them and they have seen the way. Because the only thing they keep on saying then, oh, no, it's not that way. But at the end of they have seen there is no other way than this way.
That's right.
The hardest way and also the easy way. The way IPOB is doing it is the hardest way and the easy way. So I think we have come to that conclusion, that inescapable conclusion that there is no other way than the way IPOB is doing it. So all of us must have to understand that if you are celebrating the zoo at 60 or whatsoever, you are celebrating your death, the death of our children, you are celebrating rape of our mothers and our daughters, you are celebrating unemployment, you are celebrating killing, you are celebrating pogrom in our land, you are celebrating all the evil Fulani killings, raping, and snatching of our land. Are you this for Ruga? All these things are many more you are celebrating. I don't think that anybody has to come again to appease your conscience in order for you to understand that this place we are is never, contraction is never a place for us and can never be a place. And God have given you a promised land of Biafra. And he said you should stand, rise, and go into that land. This is when he asked the children of Israel, he said they should go. And he said when they sent the other people, they went and brought evil report. They say no, until Caleb and Joshua went, they brought good report. So our time now, you are seeing Nandi Kano, who is bringing the good report. So some of you are out there saying, what are you saying? Is it going to be possible? It is not your duty to determine whether it's going to be possible or not. The messenger have come to give his report. That yes, we have seen the land. We are going there because God said we are going, and nothing will stop us. And besides, British has no power to stop us. In as much as nobody has been able to stop them in anything they are doing. As of today, Scotland is also going into their referendum. They have called for a referendum, and British never issued any statement against them. They must have to honor that referendum, except they vote, the tide went against the Scottish. If not, they will go. So British has no power to stop us. They have enslaved us over the years. For more than 60 years now, they enslaved us. They use us for all they care. They use us for their plantation. They use us as slaves. They do everything they want to do. But now I think we have been enlightened. And we are come to the point where we say enough is enough. British cannot continue to control our future. When they left EU, nobody advised them. They are on their own. They on their own voluntarily left EU. Nobody stopped them. So nobody is going to stop us, and nobody is going to advise us. So if they want, what they want to do is continue to sponsor the Janjaweed, we are ever ready for them. Because that thing they think they know how to do there, we can do it here because we have a God that you yourself do not have. So one thing is of freedom. You let us go to rule ourselves. Or that thing you're looking for, you see it. Nobody will stop us. That's just the truth. So most importantly, on Thursday being the 1st of October, everybody should sit at home. Very, very important. Sit at home. Honor the dead of our heroes. Our people that kept on dying every day, that the Janjaweed terrorists in army uniform, police uniform, and DSS, because these are another fashion of terrorists you have now in the contraction. You have to sit at home. Let them do all their things they want to do. Everywhere must be scanty. Whether you are coming from any secondary school, primary school, whatsoever, do not visit anything that has to do with the zoo facility, that you are marching or doing anything in support of the contraction. Never do that. If you do that, that means you are glorifying the deaths of our people. That means you are joyful, you are happy on the carnage or the evil situation we have found ourselves in. But if you have conscience, if you don't like the situation you have found yourself, if you don't like the killing in our land and all that, you better abstain. You better boycott anything that has to do with government or Fulani. That is my message this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Okay, let me just read out what IPOB press release of 28/09/2020. Take your Igbo presidency, give us Biafra. IPOB insists on October 1st, sit at home. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, wish to restate our irrevocable resolve to observe the sit-at-home order earlier issued by our leader, Mazi against October 1st, 2020 independence anniversary of the crumbling contraption, the failed state of Nigeria. This order, which is a peaceful protest of our discontent with the injustices, misrule, oppression, genocidal killings, and other atrocities perpetrated by the government of Nigeria against the Biafrans and other indigenous people in this British-created contraption must be observed throughout Biafra land. Any governor, political office holder, shameless, poverty-stricken caliphate, slave, or ifulif in Biafra land or anywhere in Nigeria who thinks he can endear himself to their caliphate masters by issuing any counter directive must understand that what awaits every traitor in the history of liberation struggle is inevitably waiting for them. Those using the cover of political office to surrender Ebonyi State to the murderous Mighty Allah terrorists and their counterparts using the name of inconsequential and rowdily compromised socio-cultural group to issue statements designed to attract a Fulani patronage must be made to understand that treachery never pays. All Biafrans, home and abroad, are united in their resolve to lock Biafra land down on October 1st, and no traitor can break our ranks or dent our resolve. All markets and businesses premises in Biafra land must remain closed from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on October 1st, 2020. The same way, Biafran traders outside Biafra land should stay away from their shops and businesses environment on that day. All roads in Biafra land must be deserted. Every motor park should be under lock and key. It must remain closed. Motorists, tricycle, and motorcycle operators should keep off all roads in Biafra land. More importantly, parents and guardians should not make the mistake of allowing their children to step outside or gather in a large number as terrorists are planning a deadly attack on that very day. There should be no public events, processions, or protests. Everybody in Biafran territory must remain indoors from dawn to dusk. All Biafrans must remain indoors to avoid becoming victims of stray bullets, because Nigeria Army and police will as usual be out in force looking for whom to kill. People should boycott every activity in connection with the Nigeria independence anniversary, because Nigeria has nothing to celebrate after 60 years of misery, poverty, state-organized terrorism, and death. Nigeria is held hostage by those who have more regard for their cows than human beings. So there is nothing to celebrate. We must remember all victims of Fulani terrorism in our land and beyond. We advise all Biafrans and our sympathizers all over the world, including our Oduduwa brothers and sisters, to join us in observing this order. If you were indoors during COVID-19 lockdown for months and never died of hunger, staying at home for 12 hours on October 1st won't in any way hurt you, but rather it will send a message to the world that we are tired of the pain, suffering, and the terrorism in Nigeria. To those who think we can drop our agitation for Biafra because of their useless promise of Nigerian president of Igbo extraction in 2023, must be smoking mind-binding drugs, because their hallucinations will not get them anywhere. Take your useless Igbo presidency and give us Biafra. Biafra is non-negotiable, and very soon we shall restore our dream republic. It's signed by Comrade Imapa, for Media Publicity Secretary of IPOB. It is very clear. For those of you who think we want to be president, in 2023, come out and campaign. We are waiting for you. We are waiting for you to hit the street and tell us and declare yourself. There's nothing you can do. If you think you really want to be president of the zoo, come out and campaign so we can see you and know who you are. This is Radio Biafra. This is a powerful message from our media people, and it's going to observe it that day. Nobody goes out. There's no need. We cannot overemphasize on it. We've spoken about it enough, and we'll keep talking about it anyway until that day. Stay at home. Stay in your houses. It's a peaceful protest. That's what we're doing. Don't come to the street, because they're going to maim you. They're going to kill you. They're going to kill as many as they want to on that particular day. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my beloved veteran. Good afternoon from Warsaw, Bonanza. There we are.
There we go.
Mazi, you come here. Ball every day. Dachi. Mazi, I remain okay for in the same one market. That check right here. And all market is on all province of Biafra land. I appreciate our beloved leader, Omemrezo Shukuprezuanya, Oniwe Kwa Basonia Yachadema, and all his leadership. We appreciate all of it. Mazi, what you just read now, God, and Mazi here, I'm at good.
Yes.
This man, Anna, Chief Isaiah in Umuobo community, Odowa, Yokaragere, because he on a cane issue. What you read is exactly what he's doing now. Giving counter instruction in their domain, in the community, in Umuobo community, in Odowa, that people should go on their way, go out now. What the hell, we are telling him, if anybody goes out from that area, Odowa community in Odowa, he will have what to contest.
What did you say? What did you say his name was? What's the man's name?
Chief Isaiah from Umuobo community in Odowa. let him, because we are going to bring his line, because our information there is very, very strong. And what he's doing, we are watching him. I said it is, and we continue to say, man, this we don't take any threat while small. No threat is small to me. We don't take any threat lightly. You see what that idiot in Maryland, they are from where that common that is there since 1939. This is their likes. Mazi called the no record in Ibele. They're everywhere. But at the end of the day, we own that land. And that is why, like my brother Onyedaka said, we'll continue to call our people from the middle belt to wake up. Even the North Central that are being killed 24 hours. You see what Onyedaka is every day talking. Look at this, that useless Niger or Niger, I don't know what they call it. Where Babangida come from. Where Abu Salam, who caused this problem? You see what is happening in his own state. But why he was making that his useless constitution. Where are they? All of them that fought Biafra, they will see it. Yeah. We love it, but is failing us now because those people who sold that bad seed, I wish not how I call them, my friends. We are still telling our people from Adamawa, Kogi, Ghana, Middle Belt as a whole, wake up. Start making video now. Showing people what is happening to your place. We are in this 21st century. Use the social media and fight your battle now. And we are creating a group for all of them. That they should start calling. Come up. That's how I said it. They started most of them. Come and liberate your people. You alone, one person can do it. Let them start calling. Both from Iyke, Idoma, Igala. There are too many of them, Mazi. There are too many communities there. Don't think you are TV, you are not there. No. So let them start coming now and start doing the need for break now. This is action time. And they must boycott that useless 1st October. Unless they don't see what is happening there. But in the bushes now. All of them are running, all of them are inside bushes. Why are you hiding? Where is your freedom? So you better come up and open up right now. Otherwise, you are marked for complete extermination, which is taking place now. And it's still ongoing 24 hours. Please, the number you will call is +48 739 672 638. Remember, Mazi, Jonathan, and Haruna, they are doing a great work. Jacobs from Nasarawa. And here we have been talking every minute of the day. Pick up courage like he did. Come and liberate, talk to your people. Don't fear, forget fear. Nothing is happening. Nobody is killing you. Nobody is tracing your telephone. Come and do what they need for. Talk to your people. Make videos. Liberate your people. Okay, please, we are calling all of you, and you have your WhatsApp group. I have called the number. If you are from Middle Belt anywhere, whether you are from TV, you call this number again. I repeat, +48 739 672 638. We connect you to your people. Our own is to connect you to your own people. And if you are privileged, continue calling. Even this line we are now. Call any the platform. If you call, we give you numbers on every platform in this Biafra. You call, you are free to call. Nobody is limiting you. Call anywhere you are, whether you are from anywhere all over the world. You are from the zoo, you are from Sokoto, anywhere, you are free to call. Please, we want to hear from you. When you people started calling, we give way for all of you. We want to see you people calling these platforms and doing the need for. I remain okay for see from WhatsApp.
Thank you, okay. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I have a call coming on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon. My name is Kelechi. I'm calling you from Lagos.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. God will bless you.
Bless you too.
Like I said before, my name is Kelechi, and I am also a pastor. For those who think that when IPOB talks something that IPOB is against Christian or against pastors, I am a pastor and I run ministry here in Lagos. I also have other pastor friends, Reverend, Bishop, and all. Name them that are IPOB members even here in Lagos. So whenever we are talking about the atrocities that some pastors is committing, we are not saying it because almost all of us are pastors and Christians, all of us here. So we are only condemning the evil that some of us are doing. Now, last time, Mazi, if you recall, if you remember, that I said that what this guy did in Imo State, we opened door for another people. And you can see what this man now did, beating up our brother. This one did not send out; he beat up. This is evil, and it's happening in our land. These people are going to use. They have tried to use our politicians to try to derail what we are doing, to suppress our people. He did not work for them.
Yeah.
Remember, early 2017, there was a time they tried to use some reverend fathers. Some people went to Catholic for communion, and they did not give them communion because of IPOB issue. Remember those times?
Yeah.
Now they have entered into the Pentecostal churches, and the Mazi, this is where it's more bad, because some of these Pentecostal churches is just one man church.
Yep.
And because it's one man church, that person can be bought by these Fulani people. They know that our people are very religious. That anything that will happen, make some of them not to go to church, is serious. So they will go through these pastors, bought some of them over to delay what we are doing.
Yes.
But I want to call our people. See, number one, boycott any pastor, any church that is against freedom. Boycott that church. Boycott any church that have his hand, the pastor have hand one way or the other to suppress our agitation for freedom. Boycott that church. Boycott any pastor that have said any word to against what we are doing, that are speaking against Biafran and IPOB. Boycott that church. They are not for your freedom. That man has compromised. That person is not from God.
Yes.
Boycott him. Because what we look at this man, the one that contested newly in Edo State, the pastor Malam something.
Yeah.
He was not a pastor before.
Oh, wow.
He was a pastor, but because he wanted a political office, you see how he have denied his faith.
Wow.
Look at Oshubanjo, the former vice president of the zoo. Only God knows whether he's alive or dead. But he was a pastor.
Yep.
But because he wanted a political power, he sold his soul to the devil. I can go on and count them. These people are not from God. They are not from God. You see, I don't know how we will begin to tell our people to understand that these people, they are not men of God. Boycott people like that. Because by the time they finish Islamizing, in fact, they are going to use them to Islamize Nigeria the more. Yes. It is very easy to use these pastors because many of them want money. They want private jet like others. They want to fly abroad, live in Dubai. And if the zoo government can give them money to do all of that, they can do anything. They can do anything for money. So our people should get this. Our people should get this. And I want to call it a time that IPOB will begin to, I think, have some people that will begin to do all things different, because these people, then anybody that bring out his leg like this, we cut off one, then other people will carry their own inside. Because if we continue leaving these people, they will say nothing happened to the other man, and nothing happened to the other person, another person will come up. You see, many of them are afraid, or will I say afraid, or I don't even know what to call it. These people, they didn't mean well for us. Many of us are in Yoruba land, Hausa land. We are not happy being in this place. And I also believe that there are other of our brothers who scatter all over the world. They are not happy there. We want to come back home. And what we are doing is, in order for us to get back our land and come back home and develop our land. Yes. I listen to some of these Facebook gossipers. I listen to so many of them. What they are saying does not have meaning, because You agreed with us that Nigeria is not working. You agreed that nothing is Nigeria is bad, but you are not providing any solution. And those who are providing solution, you are condemning what they are doing. I don't understand this kind of people. But before I used to be bothered myself, but now I discovered that some of them are using borrowing data. By the time that data finish, they disappear they will go to hell. You will not see them again. Yeah. Those who have been in Facebook 2017, 2018, okay, talking about this and that. Today, they are no longer in online. They have all gone. They don't have data again. But we IPOB, we are here because what we are doing is genuine, and we are going to be here until Biafra come, no matter what anybody do, no matter what anybody say. So let our people wake up on this October. I am calling every village, everybody, call people from your village, call people from your home, call them, especially those who you normally send money or recharge card to. Call them. If you are here, you go out. I will not send any money for you again because we need to make our people. We need to make our people to understand the zoo is not going to work, and nothing will make the zoo work. It doesn't matter who. Even if Jesus Christ come down now, Nigeria he cannot fix the zoo again. He can't fix the zoo. That is to say, our people need to have this on their brain that this coming October, that person that is asking you to go out, maybe a chief governor like the fluff in my state. A fluff in my state, what do you call him? The governor of Ebonyi State. I'm from Ebonyi State, Mazi. The governor of Ebonyi State is saying that people should go out. Governor that is asking you to go out during the COVID-19 that you are at home, did he give you one cup of rice? Did you die? Did he give you anything to sit at home when they declare sit at home and lock everybody inside? This is the governor that is telling you to sit and to come out. Why is he not? What does he have to offer? He have not protected your life from the killing of herdsmen. He have not provided work for you, no water, nothing. He just come out and say that because I'm a governor. So for that reason, that is rubbish. Our people should sit at home to send the signal to the international community that we don't want to continue all this rubbish. Mazi, that is just my own little contribution. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-454-1570352-8442 +19294069953. We are sitting at home whether they like it or not. That's what we're talking about, and everybody's going to sit at home. That day is peaceful protest. It's peaceful protest because you don't give them the opportunity, don't give them reason for them to kill you. And they can't come and kill you in your house, that guaranteed. They cannot come to your homes and break down your homes and kill you. The world is watching them. They will want to do that, but unfortunately, the world is looking at them and they cannot just do that. But if you go out in the street with any placard, with any flag in your hand, anything, our brother, like I said, our brother called in yesterday and was saying their plans on how they want to go about killing our people, how they're going to go out there, wear Biafran clothes and then intimidate the police, and the police will start shooting and have a reason to kill. So do not give them that opportunity. Do not give them that chance to do that. I have a call coming in on straight line. Let me take this one. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Ipob. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. Please speak up. Your voice is on the inside.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're speaking to your brother Chidera from South Africa. Mazi Peters, I greet you and appreciate you, especially yesterday. I thank you for when I hear formidable, you reminded me of one yesterday. So,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
No.
Yeah. Mazi Peters, have you come across this video that the guy called Zulu, the governor of which state is this? That governor that was lying down, the Boko Haram is attacking him left, front, and back. You see him between a two vehicle lying down in the ground, protecting himself. Have you come across that video?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you just check it. It's online. That happened within the week, within Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
He's a sitting governor of the country called Nigeria, and the sitting governor is being attacked, and is on video. Everybody's watching, and that particular governor is lying. He couldn't stay in the car because whatever reason, he have to come down and leave his bullet-proof car and lying between a car
and the command of the commanders. So he's there. Now, with that, every sitting human being can see in Nigeria. That brings me to my comment this morning, sir. With that, a pastor sitting in Nigeria, especially in the old eastern Nigeria, can beat up his fellow brother just because he was passing by and spreading a message that you can choose to concern you, you can choose not to concern you. Mazi Peters, I did not call you this morning. I'm not happy. As an IPOB member, I have my right to tell my brothers where I feel so bad. Because just less than a week ago, somebody, maybe it happens 2 weeks or before, but when we saw the video from Igbo Unite, is where somebody chased IPOB members out with anger and defended himself in follow-up videos, claiming that he was angry, whatever reason he gave, that somebody is training in school and that this person lied to him. Over 5 million people died in Biafra, and Ojukwu live along according to the will of God by him. Ojukwu was not to be haunted. No army of Biafra was haunted because of 5 million died. If a pastor is training a human, just individual is even big enough. We are not condoning say one individual die, meaning that it is small. It's no like Zoo. The Zulu guy I'm talking to you now, the army give statement say it's only 18. They use the word only. An army officer, the video is there. I can send you some of them now. You can see Nigeria police and the Nigeria army lying down helplessly with a pool of blood everywhere. The Zulu guy, they protect him, the governor, they protect him, that man with their bloods. Now, somebody is making a video now, telling I remember, I warn you, now in a very live video. And you know this part of country have fought a war. And people that fought that war was not be attacking individual because you know it's war. Yes, you're not in war, but if one of your member went out, what happened? Should you now punish the rest now? You are now blaming Nnamdi Kanu, Chemafa, and IPOB entirely. That one is by. Then within this yesterday, another person now pick it up now and beat. I have the video here. I can send it to you, Peters. They beat this boy as if he's a common criminal. How long are we gonna control like this? Now my anger now is not even the guy who beat and who they beat. Why would an IPOB now line up in a queue, start calling this man? Because everybody start calling this man. This one is calling, that one is calling, sending voice message, conversation with this guy. We know to be coordinated. Our leader have teach us to be coordinated ourselves. I was expecting yesterday that to lose break up when they start collecting and say what next to do. Before we know it, almost thousands of calls have went to that man, and the man have responded in switching his phone off. The first person who called him, the man was a little bit polite and explained himself better. It's okay. What next? The man with the person who called will now have to go back and come back and say, okay, which answer will I give this person? Why would he do this? Because the man claimed that he did not know what happened. From that first conversation, thousands of calls have gone to this man. The man now turned to Tiger and the other people. The man now has to switch phone off. I suggest that in a case like this, it's not something we all jump up, start calling him, start threatening him that we can, maybe somebody, that's why we have a line that our leader give to us. It's 4 of them. You can call. What do we do? Seek advice. This is what happened. From there you get an advice. One will be appointed to say, call this particular person, find out what happened. If this man needs to be visited, the man wouldn't know. Whoever it may concern shouldn't be known. We shouldn't be broadcasting it. Then tomorrow now another person. Why would a pastor now be pounding us like on ready the yam or Gary? What is that? The young man went on just praying ordinary message. Carry Pavle spray and say, okay, everybody the world, repent, the kingdom of God is at hand. Is it the reason why another pastor will come up and beat him? Now you say you did not know, you are not aware. Now what you are not, the pastor agreed that you're gonna go investigate and find out what happened. Is it the junior pastor who ordered to be beating this person, or what happened? The real pastor now. But due to the bombardment of call on this person now, the whole thing will break away. I did not go down with me. As much as I'm not happy, but this pastor, whoever gives this order, should have known that this country has failed. If a sitting governor can able to lie down. He can see death and see life. He's not lying down. You see that even if you have not seen all that thing, this one happened within the weekend. Osubanjo just released a statement saying the crack. Can read it for you, but you can check it. Is in social this guy Showere's social media. He said the current crack now will lead to separation. Do you know the next statement? Arewa youth give a tweet and warn him very seriously. He have no right to say that. These are the country our own brothers are claiming that they are in and beating people up and down. He said the current crack could need to break up. That is Osubanjo's comment. And is in the newspaper, even in Delhi and the rest of them. The response that Ariwa give now to warn him not to make that comment. Did you see? But in the East, a pastor is beating up somebody that is spreading ordinary message. Why don't you leave the fight? If you want to fight, to go to Abuja, that's where the fight is. So my main argument now this morning is that please, our brothers and sisters, we shall coordinate proper in a way that if such a thing come, we know how to handle. Because if we do not tell these people a very strong message, calling this person when the number is in social media, you are not broadcasting the person what is to come. We're not a murderer, we are not killing, we're not threatening anybody, we don't want to threaten, but we should be at least one person should call and get a proper message from this person and get back to whoever you need that is gonna coordinate that thing. Rather than we offloading this person, he gonna get scared, he gonna get scary him because we scared the other one. Another person now picked it up, and how long this guy now have to be treated? He have already sustained injury. Then this pastor may change the location and run away to Abuja and take refuge and say, I am being threatened by IPOB. You know they can jump out and say this terrorist. So in a way that this person will be visited in a way that when he sees us, you know that somebody come to him and say, what happened? Just a question, not beating him or kill him. Just, but bros, this man, you know him. What happened? Why did you beat him? The person at defense, I did not know. But when we were in diaspora flooding with a call, he will now go defense now. So that's my contribution. This kind of a thing will not happen in future again. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. In reference to what we're saying right now, there's this thing that I just received. Carol Monday, probably something here, which is very interesting. It has to do with exactly what I'm talking about. We'll talk about real pastors. We'll talk about some people who are idiots, who are not pastors at all, who are just in that profession because I go to Nobudo. You know, they're looking for something to do. Pastor is something that everybody, they make it very easy for you. You don't have to go to any Bible college to become a pastor. All you need to do is just learn how to read the Bible and lie over it and pretend, get people to run around you and say how elevated you are, even if you are not doing anything. And you talk, you know how to talk, and people will listen to you. Because people want salvation, to be honest. And it's not a bad thing that they want salvation. But the truth is that they're looking for it at the wrong places. You know, these people have no conscience, nothing in them. Because if somebody can go and beat up somebody, no matter what he did, and you call yourself a pastor, you're a shame, you're a disgrace. I want to read this thing. This is very interesting. It says, after a religious court in northwest Nigeria sentenced a 13-year-old boy to 10 years in prison for blasphemy, the head of the Oswajish Memorial in Poland publicly offered to serve part of that time, invoking the memory of Holocaust youngest victims. These are exactly the people that we call pastors. They sentenced somebody in Northwest for blasphemy, and he chose. They gave him 10 years, and he chose to take part of to serve part of that sentence. These are men with conscience, not idiots. These people, forget about them. This so-called irritate me when you talk about Nigerian pastors. They forget about these people. They are fake, F-A-K-E. Too much. The many of them. I'm not saying all of them because everybody cannot be fake, but believe me, sincerely, the percentage is so low and so significant that you cannot count 2 or 1 out of 100 of them. Even the 2 self, because you know, pinch them a little bit and you know they are not. I went to a Catholic school. I said it before. From my primary school to my secondary school, it's all in Catholic and environment, Roman Catholic environment. Irish priests were my principal, they were my whatever. Among these reverend fathers in those days, as a child, I used to know within me that these people, some of these people are not supposed to be priests at all. They are wicked. When they're beating you to death. They're not making no mercy. They do things you are wondering and in your head as a child, what they're teaching you that Christ did. You are learning it. Then you see somebody who's representing Christ doing directly opposite what Christ did. That's a confusion for me as a child. This confusion, I'm telling you, I grew up with it. Confused, completely confused. You make a mistake, they are not scolding you with love. They are and our father. So what is this for? And we'll talk about a reverend father. To be a reverend father, my brother, you really goes to school. Oh. It's not a joke. They go to seminaries, they go to junior, senior seminary. Then at the end, you might not even be a priest because you don't have the invocation. You're not blessed. You're not called. But these people, some of them are so busy. Imagine because pastor is an open forum. Anybody in Nigeria, I'm not joking. I have seen a building that has 4 flats. Out of the 4 flats, 2 is a church. How can you become a pastor church in one side of the church and the other side, is somebody trying to, to think. Somebody who went to work at night is trying to sleep in the daytime and you are making all this noise. It reminded me of one time I went to Lagos. I went to visit my mother-in-law. And her house, actually, the old woman gave them the top roof as a church. So I went there one afternoon. I was relaxed. I was tired. I wanted to sleep. I was trying to close my eyes, and these people were making so much noise that I sent somebody to go there and tell the pastor that the noise was too much. And the girl came back. The little girl I sent up said, Pastor Sengwage, now I'm make it and Holy Ghost. I be when Holy Ghost guy be and you know what? So not ever I want the Holy Ghost. Let me just go and find myself somewhere. Because these people are good in Obodo. There is nothing in them. They find that you have the audacity to say the church, to keep your church so noisy that the man next door cannot sleep. You're not being honest. You're not a Christian. No. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Do you have to make noise? Do you have to embarrass people that want to sleep because you think the Holy Ghost is downing on you? It's okay. We know. But the Holy Ghost, only time. That is why before, like I said, growing up, churches were not built where people live. You have to walk down to a church. Yeah, the church. Yeah, road. That's why they used to have graveyard in their compound, because they were not living very close to people. Most ancient churches, go and look at them. There's a graveyard where they live. You have to walk there. You have to go there. You have to find the route to the church. Today, the churches are built in flats. Your neighbor, you be the same building. You have a church somewhere, so you are sharing the same. Look, face me, I face you. You are sharing the same toilet, and then I be a church. That's how bad it is, because I go to nobody. When this man will wake up and even have the time to see somebody in Agano's, is he supposed to have a church there? Like I said, churches are built where people don't live. And a joker, I don't see. You ask Iyke not when I be your neighbor. In those days, I'm serious. Most of the graveyards either have a compound no kakari anyway. A graveyard no kebe flat. Mban. Oh, a na po all the thing. See, because of hunger, everybody is now a pastor. And a pastor. And there are people that have real calling that are pastors. Because mechanic do you understand? So sometimes you don't really blame people too much when they start talking about these things, because these things it's very irritating and annoying, honestly. I have a call from Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Speak up, please. Can't hear your voice.
Good afternoon to you, Mazi. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, Chukwu Kikabiama, will continue to be our strength. Keep us moving forward for the restoration of our land. My name is Hugo, and I am calling from Enugu province this afternoon. We must remain resolute. I will just start by saying the sit-at-home order by our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, that need to be obeyed 100%. I want to say, for those of you in the zoo, haven't you seen? If you said you have not, it simply means you are lying to yourself. You have found out that what our leader Mazi Nnamdi has been saying for so many years now is truth when it comes to these people. They don't love you, they don't like you, they are not here for you, they are there for their own benefit. Let me give you one example. Number one, Mazi, we need to be honest. Before the margins of our leader, before the president of IPOB in our land, so many of us we have never practiced anything called sit at home before. Yes, it's only this family for the first time introduced sit at home to the people of Biafra. Maybe some people have practiced it before in a civilized country and they work for them. But because of the high level of intimidation and discrimination that we found ourselves in here, our leader Mazi Nnamdi introduced it to this platform that we need to display our anger to the whole world, that we are not happy. So what I'm saying is that we practice it at home only from IPOB platform. But what happened when the coronavirus pandemic came to existence? The zoo, as the zoological republic animals they are their own sit at home by fire by force. They even send out army, police, it's a task force. They call it coronavirus task force crew member. You know their work, Mazi. Their work is to make sure that you do not come out of your house. And when they see you, they will hold you. And you are being arrested. You are going to bear yourself. Police carried, in short, police, they make a lot of money. I'm saying this is because when they say when they ask you to sit at home for a day, it seems as if your word is ended. And you are finding it difficult to sit at home. That is for your own benefit, for your own good. But your so-called government force you, beat you up, intimidate you to the highest level because they want you to sit at home. If you have forgotten, I believe so many of you were lamenting, complaining, shouting on the radio that this is not how things used to be done. So other countries are not doing their citizens like this. Why are you beating us? Why are you telling us to stay at home? We have stayed at home 1 week now, 2 weeks now. You give us nothing. I'm just saying this to remind all of you what you just said. If you are coming on the radio station, when you talk English, you say God will bless Nigeria. You are part and parcel of this evil that is falling here. And this evil will look for you. The reason I'm saying this is because for you that claim that you don't like what your government is doing, every morning you will call and say, oh, what people be saying is truth, what they can say is truth. And you are now turning around indirectly. You are trying to deceive people. You are trying to mislead people to come out and celebrate what? Have you bothered to ask yourself this question? Why are you telling them to come out that day? Why are they coming out to celebrate? Have you forgotten that you come out, every day you shout and cry for the killings of innocent people? If you say, congratulations, because of Nigeria is a 60 years old, have you asked yourself for once this particular question? Why am I congratulating this country? What is the benefit of this, my congratulations? Is it because you have never killed your loved one? Is it because one of your brother or your mother in the village, they have never killed your brother in the north? That's the reason why you are congratulating the zoo. But I want to tell you that those that lost their loved ones, they are not happy. Even here in our own land, in Nimbo, Uzowane, Atapo, so many places. Even recently they killed a particular lady in Anambra and touch and cut his finger and everything. So why are you congratulating the zoo? Why are you saying that to people who will come out? You're coming out for what reason? Don't you know that you are supporting evil if you say that? You were beat up, they deal with you, they arrested you, even carry your generator. You go and bail it and lock your Okada because you came out by fire by force. Now you came out almost they say stay at home only one day and you are finding it difficult. But as of that time of coronavirus, you stay at home more than 2 weeks. Is it not true? Am I lying? So you better use your tongue to count your teeth, for you. All of you that sometimes you don't know what you are doing. Sometimes when you talk with your left, the other side, you go on the other side and you say, I am not the one that said it. I am not, I'm just encouraging all of you for you to remember. This is for your own good. I continue to say this. Staying at home is for your own good. Every one of you. If you listen, good. If you refuse to obey, that is, you continue to lament. One thing we are telling you that we are here waiting. We are here watching you. We say that we will sit and watch what will happen to every one of you that refuse to follow the right instructions. They say we must sit at home because there is nothing to celebrate. We are not coming out to do anything for the zoo because there is no single benefit. Is it because of this administration that found pleasure in killings of innocent people? Is that why you're coming out? Just think about it. You know that there is no reason why you will allow your children. Okay, I still have one example again. Mazi, I said this in the Mazi program last time. I want to tell you this. I don't know of other provinces in Biafran land, but here in Enugu province, school, they have never allowed children to go back to school for so many, for so many past weeks now, that they announced that people can go to their work, church can resume back, mosque can resume back, but the people continue to ask them and beg them, allow our children to go back to school. They refuse. All of a sudden, there was an announcement that school will open on Monday. Have you asked yourself why? Because they cannot say sit at home. That is an evidence of that hatred we are telling you. They don't like you. Because of he has received call from his Oga over there in Abuja. They told him to allow your school to allow children to go to school in your state. And he needs to obey because they are a slave, as we told you. They are serving their masters. So if they love you, they will listen to you as you are crying to them, telling them that it is due as the children are at home doing nothing. Please allow our children. And they forgot that some of them, their children is having the online lesson. Yes.
Thank you.
And even at the extent, the children have to come here and beg. Okay, if you don't want us to go to school because of coronavirus, can you please give us free data so that we will join our fellow students online lesson? Finally, they are not telling you to go out for school because they want you to come and march. You better be careful. Mazi, thank you so much.
There were. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. No matter what they do, well, it won't change anything. To be honest with you, they're just fooling themselves. We are staying at home. Anybody who sends us his children to go out there and get killed, well, you have yourself to blame. You have no other reason why your children should go to school on that day, because something's going to happen, something drastic is going to happen to your kids if you allow them to go out to go to school on that day. All right, I have a call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name, where you're calling from. Caller, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Iyke. Good morning.
Leo.
My brother, Leo. Yeah. This is your brother, Big Vienna. Just real quick, the issue of sit at home, I don't know any fool that will go and expose himself out or herself out there in Biafra man. But what bothers me is the people, do you know on Iyke, there are some fools here in the United States, even in Los Angeles here, that are gathering and planning to commemorate that event. Do you know that we have fools here And these are, and I know in different states too, some of them are planning to have an event to that. And that's, these are the areas that I can't fathom why our people do what they're doing. Okay? But that's by the way. Let them continue. But again, just like one of the previous callers, Chidera, that called here, I was listening, and that's exactly part of his call is why I called this morning.
Yes.
Because there's something he says, and I'm not sure if it's clear on that issue. And this is an issue pertaining the guy that was beaten almost near death, and somebody that is bringing phone number and instructing people to call him. I don't know what strategy or what that individual who is asking for that pastor to be called. I don't know what that strategy means. I don't know what outcome is going to yield other than him to feel that or continue to say that IPOB is terrorist organization. Sometimes we do things and I don't know if people really sit down and think what they're doing. Somebody is beaten almost near death and confirmed he wasn't beaten nowhere. There's a trigger to his beating. The trigger to his beating is that he was sharing a paper telling people not to sit at home for this October. And then this pastor mobilized people and they beat if you see this guy, he can't even, the range of motion is very poor and everything. And here we have somebody who is instructing people to call him. I don't know what they want to achieve by that calling. And it's so sad. I know in the past we have done this calling. When we call the United States Congress and everything, call on Myanmar, call on I don't think that strategy is relevant right now. Because when you're calling them, some of the people call and leave voices. And tell me what he's going to do for this project at this point. Tell me what he's going to do. Okay? So for people that are bringing numbers and asking people to call, they need to desist. Because sometimes you need to call out this kind of people out here. So that if they are listening, they will know that people are not happy with that strategy no longer. And I'm so happy that he trying to equate his argument with the Borno State government that was diving on the ground and crawling like a baby. Okay? And we have common evil in our places supporting evil. And they go to sleep every day. And they organize the army to come and beat up our people. People who are fighting for them. And they go to sleep every day. Honestly, sometimes I get disgusted with some of our approaches here. And it's so wrong. Initially, it was the thief that ran away for the people. Now we are running away for the thieves. We are calling thieves to tell them that we are IPOB. Why you do this? What kind of nonsense? I was listening to what Chidera was saying, and it makes a lot of sense. I hope that people learn from what he says and then figure out how we can do something to drive away these enemies from our land, because they have established themselves enemies. We still call them saboteurs. The other day I explained it. They are not saboteurs. Saboteurs are people who are doing something and pretending and finding a way to destroy what they are doing. Yeah. That's saboteur. But when people identify themselves as enemies, That's why they can go and bring police to arrest you. They bring the army to come and kill you and everything, and they stand on top of you. They're doing all kinds of things with impunity. Those people are no longer saboteurs. They are enemies. Unless we properly identify them and have a way to deal with them, this nonsense will continue. For the Biafrans who are already participating, please be consistent with what you're doing. Tell yourself the truth, because some of these problems are because of lack of truth.
Yeah.
We're not saying the truth. And more importantly, let us humble ourselves. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much. All right, Deo. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls here. Like I told you, my time is up, but I'm going to stick around for Mazi Alozie as much as I can go on this program. So the line is still open for you to make your calls. Call me at 646-920-4541, 570-352-8442, plus 19294069953. I have a call coming on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon from here, Mazi Peters.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Chijoke. I am from Anambra Province, Biafra land, and I'm calling you right now from Austria.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you, Mazi. My veteran, may God bless you for the great job you guys are doing for us. We appreciate. Mazi, you see, Biafra issue is burning like a wildfire all over the world, all over the places, including in the zoo. All the so-called politicians, including Pastor Ruga, they are now crying and shouting, oh, the zoo might break up, oh, the way it's going, because they are beginning to see the handwriting on the wall. Nobody can stop it. If God has said it in Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 14, that it will happen, who are they to stop it? They know the truth. They are only trying to cover their shame. So I want to encourage all their fans, all IPOB, keep on the great job you guys are doing. We are going home, and no MAGA can stop us. So this afternoon, I want to instill a wake-up call on all our people, all IPOBians, all Biafrans in general, about the issue, about the need for us to be on Twitter. It's very, very important. Some of us think that it's difficult to do this, but it's not difficult at all. All you have to do is get your Twitter app, create a Twitter account, and make sure you follow our leader, and make sure you are retweeting all our leaders' tweets. That way you are helping in one way or the other to get Biafra restored, because it is said that there is power in number. Whenever I go to Facebook, I discover that Biafrans have practically taken over Facebook. And this is why we are calling on them to transfer this number, this energy to Twitter, because that is where the real thing is. Our leader is working very hard every day, trying to tweet to the world, to send out our message. And we must be there to support him. Please, Biafrans, let everybody make sure they have their Twitter account. If you don't know how to do it, please get somebody to create it for you. Sure, anytime our leader tweets, you retweet. It's very, very simple. And I want to make my announcement concerning our protest coming on here in Austria on the 3rd of October. That is this coming Saturday. We only have 3 days to go. If you live in Austria, we are calling on you to come out. Everybody must come out to join us on this protest, because we have planned to tell the world what is going on in the zoo. We want to tell the world that the killing of Biafran Christians and indigenous people, the killings in southern Kaduna, the Middle Belt, the killing in Oduduwa land must stop. So we are calling on all the Oduduwas, all the Yorubas who are living in Austria, all the Middle Beltans, please come out on this Saturday, the 3rd of October in Vienna to join us. The venue is West Bahnhof. There is a little change. It was supposed to be Stefanplatz, but after some deliberation with the Austrian authorities, we decided to do it at West Bahnhof. So the time is 2 p.m. on the dot. Please, everybody must be there. It is a golden opportunity that we have to send out our message to the world once again. Thank you very much, Mazi Peters. And before I forget, please, if you want to come and you're looking for direction, or you want to join IPOB in Austria, please contact us on this number. The number is 068864245787. I repeat again, the number to call us IPOB Austria is 068864245787. Thank you, my veteran. My God continue to bless you guys and bless our great leader. Thank you and good afternoon from here.
There we go. All right, this is Radio Biafra. I have a call coming in on Prince straight line. Call on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Peter.
There we go.
Onye si na Biafra ga-abịa ga-ahụ Biafra. Onye sikwa Biafra agịda abịa agịda ahụ Biafra. Ọ nọkwa n'ọfọ. Biafra is all over the world. We are the only thing we have on this planet Earth is Biafra, nothing more, nothing less. Anything is to cost us to get our land back. That is what we must do. And our leader has done the 99% of the job. Only 1% remains for us. Our leader said on 1st October, no more, no church, no nothing whatever. That the land of Biafra must be silent. And so shall it be. On your blood, so we don't have. That's what we do. Ezekiel chapter 39. Fulani, if you love yourself, begin to prepare yourself because all your dead body is going to scatter everywhere. Awusa, this is your opportunity to face your.
Okay, I don't know what happened to the line. The line just cut off, so maybe you run out of credit or something. I just see something here in the Punch newspaper. It says ACF warns of Osibanjo over utterance. Ohaneze Afanifere orders back Vice President. Who is this ACF? Arewa Consultative Forum. Well, these guys have a lot of balls, I'm telling you honestly. They're already acting as if Nigeria belongs to them. Oh, wow. I don't know what to tell you, honestly. Sometimes I look at this and I laugh. Okay. Caller on straight line. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yeah, good morning, Mazi. Peter.
Yeah,
my name is Ben Otaf. I'm calling from Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, this morning, the early set of the program, a lot of people talked about the church and the type of bad influence they're having on the society. I would like to educate people a little bit about why they're doing what they're doing. You know, anytime you have the downturn of the economy is bad. There are two industries, I should call them industries, that kind of seem to do well in it. They are the people that sell alcohol and bars, and then the church. Church, for some reason, people, when they are downtrodden, they're in a kind of a dejected situation. They are helpless. That's when people begin to question existence and then they look for help somewhere. Some people get it by drinking a lot of alcohol, and some people put down their faith in God more than ever. So the pastors are the ones who are benefiting from the impoverishment of the country, Nigeria. That's why they will never let the situation change. And if you look at it very well, why is it that the majority of the people that go to church or take this thing seriously are the Christians, are the rich people, are the poor people? Number one, poor people are the ones who are less privileged to go to school and become enlightened and to know when people are deceiving them. They are the ones that believe anything that anybody passes on to them. So they fall victim of these criminal pastors who come and show them an alternative way of life. So they now go and sing and dance and put their faith in God and become mesmerized by the music and all the preaching and all the abracadabra they do in the church. And some people that don't, who are pretty much, done with life, will just drink more alcohol. So whenever society finds itself in the sort of the situation Nigeria finds themselves, you see the church people are the ones that are thriving. The poor people now go and make little money and then they come to church on Sunday. They go to church not because that they actually believe in what is going on there. It's like it becomes a cult. It becomes a cult. That's why they play music, they use music. All these Pentecostal, they are the ones that destroy church. Church now becomes a place where you can be told that you say amen and receive it, and then your life will become wonderful. And when you leave that environment, you are still living in the same swallow, and they don't have the brain now to ask themselves, this pastor promised me that I'll be good last year. Why is it that this year I'm still where I am? Because it's a ritual. They go there every time and get their destiny rejuvenated again. So they do the same thing over and over without getting any different result. And that is the sign of insanity. When you do something over and over, and then you still getting the same result, nothing changes in your life, and you keep doing it, you know that you are rather now insane. Having said that, I'll go to what our able leader, Obi said with regards to calling. To my own understanding, and if I need to be corrected, please do so. I'm willing to learn. I was thinking that this IPOB treatment, as we call it, which is bombarding people that talk us down with calls from everywhere, is to punish them. The idea is to punish them. When you bombard people on all day or 2 days or in a row for several hours and their phone becomes useless for that day, they can't use it. So they turn it off and they become frustrated. Even if to go and change phone is not easy, or change SIM card and start going through the process of transferring everything you have from one card to the other. It's not easy. It's intended to punish these people. People shouldn't be leaving messages. I think the idea is to bombard him, keep bombarding him until he becomes restless. And then next time, before he opens his mouth and talks anything bad about IPOB, he has to think twice. This is what I think the idea of IPOB treatment, what it's intended to achieve. Thank you very much, Mazi. This is all I have for you this morning. And maybe as you're doing double program today, I'll call again during the time of Aluzi's program. God bless you.
I'm sitting in for Mazi here, so I'm going to be here a few more minutes before probably the next hour I'll find my way. But for now, let me take a very short break and I'll be right back with you.
I see any person, any Eastern person living in our land, they couldn't do like this. He killed him, he killed everybody, I collect their property. Can you go? I am moving out. I'll kill you. Yeah. si n'osisi sọ mmadụ n'anya ọ bụrụzi n'onye otu anya na mbụ mere na amaghị ama abụọ bụrụ kpachara anya maka na osisi sozi mmadụ n'anya na abụ ọ bụrụzie na amaghị ihe
All right, I'm back again. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Peters. Let me take a call from Principal Officer's line. All right, the call just dropped. I don't know why. I will sit down here in till the next hour because I'm sitting in for Mazi Alozie. All right, we'll have the call coming back on Principal Officer's line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is Chua. I hail from Enugu. Enugu is local government, Oka province of Biafra land. I'm calling from the city of Toronto, Canada. Mazi, especially.
Welcome to the program.
For the gift of our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and everybody who has assembled as a team to restore Biafra. Mazi, this morning I've been listening and I just want to make a contribution. I think Ben called right now and he made a submission. I'm not trying to dispute whatever he's saying, but because everybody has an opinion, right? But what I'm trying to say is that giving numbers to family members to start calling these people is having a boomerang effect on our struggle. At this point in time, whatever we are doing in this struggle, we have to be rational. There are some things that will be kept in bed. I'll be very discreet. A lot of our people are blowing things out of proportion. Some people call some of these people and begin to threaten them. You know, and I want to also bring it, at least everybody knows that we have been labeled, we have been tagged. And some of these people, when you call them, they start recording the calls. Our people say all sorts of things to them, things they will not do. Even people in abroad, they call people back home and they start threatening them. These people are recording what they are saying. What is the rationale behind it? That is what our continental rep, Mazi Obidio, was saying. What the call, what is it achieving? What is it meant to achieve? If you call a person and you threaten that person, and the person picks up the call and start recording all the tantrums that you are saying to him, or push none of them you are not going to do. Please, my own opinion is that we should stop calling these people. If we want to do anything, do it from anywhere you are. You don't have to come on air. You don't have to call people and tell them what you want to do in advance. Do whatever you want to do. We have been talking too much and we have been doing less. That is why people say IPOB is a toothless bulldog. We should not be calling people on phone to threaten them. They are recording it. Some people are even using it to seek asylum in abroad. That they are not wanted. They are wanted back home by a group of people that the government has called a particular name. We should be very diplomatic. Let us use our brain, our senses. We are not miscreant that they said are. A lot of us in this world we're selling abroad, we are seasoned professionals, that people from different walks of life who should be able to advise people back home on the best possible practice in this struggle. Stop calling people, stop bringing people stumble on air. If you want to call people for any reason, one person should call and get information, because even in the law court, he said, hear from the other side. We should be diplomatic. Something happened, call the pastor or call whoever in a very, very amicable tone what happened, my dear brother? There is a way you even talk to somebody without even coming to the person to challenge that person. The person will just come out and apologize. Everybody has conscience. Some of our people are doing things because they are naive. Our enemies who are politicians, they are making people believe that our struggle, their IPOB is playing politics, or they are putting us in the light of a political party, which we are not. A lot of our people are uneducated, they are gullible. Whatever you tell them, they believe. Please, Mazi, please, I think to make this as a point of care, and if our leader is listening, he should say it in his broadcast. Even people making Facebook videos and broadcasts, stop threatening people. If anybody calls into your program to threaten somebody, cut that program off. They are listening, they are recording it. If you want to shoot, shoot. A lot of these people live in our community. Their doors are open. Their churches are open. Why do we always put people, we always create this impression that we only talk, we don't do anything? That is why they are not taking us seriously. If I'm evangelizing and a pastor beats me up, I will go home, I will not talk. There must be a birthday for that event. It's not a threat, it's a promise. There must be a birthday. If not now, it will be later. After all, it is said, no evil done by man to man shall go unpunished. If not by God, by man. For the power of evil over good can only be temporal. We should be wise. Mazi, when you speak, may you speak with us. And we hear not be only hearers, but also doers of the word.
Thank you.
I greet you. God bless Biafra. Take it from me. Thank you.
All right, this is Radio Biafra. We still have a few more minutes to go on this program before I can call it a day, because I'm sat down here for Alozie and I can have a call coming in. Let me take this one again. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi, Peters, good morning. I would really call my Alozie.
It's okay.
Still on his program.
Yes.
Peters, thank you very much. It's Chidera again here. I'm sorry, our brother Ben Okafor called and he wants some clarification. I'm not qualified to clarify him, but I've just made my contribution. Like our brother Bido Ben just said, sir, my own understanding, there is a difference between Mazi Peters. Am I coming out clear, sir?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. There is a difference between somebody threatening us. Ben Okafor said, is it not why the numbers should be disturbing the person, make sure the phone is off, or if it's threat that like sending messages, telling the person to stop, or that may just make the person hot or creating awareness. There is a difference to this now. Somebody call IPOB terrorist from his mouth. Somebody who say you are miscreant. Somebody even call you, I think yesterday call you name, he said thank you. It's his mouth. He's just saying with his mouth. Nobody was hurt. It's a left for you as an individual. If they call you by a name, bastard, whatever, I'm sorry for my language, call you any name they call you, is the way you take it can get you upset. But this particular one is an action. This pastor, whether he's a member, whether he's the supervisor, whoever it is, there is already intent, there is already committed act that is a grievance, that is a harm to somebody else. So it's a two thing now. That's my argument. If somebody is sitting in a pulpit, this IPOB, I don't know what they are doing, we can. So whoever want to call the person say stop. If somebody threatens that will do this to IPOB, you can call the person and say don't do it. Do not. We can bombard this person. But somebody have lay hand in the IPOB members, Mazi, I don't believe in calling that person. I don't. That's why I say we got a number our leader give to us. A coordinator on that unit that see it and even the video of that boy they beating is here. You send it to them, call them, what do we do next? Internally. Mazi Namdekana coordinated. IPOB, Radio Biafra was coordinated, otherwise the zoo could have taken it down long time ago. Our dragon flag is up. So there's no time for negotiating with this kind of person. If you threaten us, if you say, if you like carry grammar hole, go and preach, That people are making videos, people are doing whatever they do. Our brother Bido said that people are planning to do this is their choice to do zoo this in on January. I mean, the October 1st. Fine, it's up to them. But somebody who sent someone to go and beat up IPOB, why do we have a problem with the zoo government? You remember what our leader said? He said that the reason why Jonathan successful in his time that he ignored him, meaning Jonathan was not brutal like this one that wearing masks, even the dead and the living. So it's a two different thing now. My argument is two different now. If you threaten us with your word, say whatever you see in your altar, but leave our members alone. When you see that young boy, that's somebody's father, husband, or anything, the one is no different from the army who shoot and kill. That you that is a pastor, seeing somebody evangelizing, you call out the person and descend their members there. Why should we be cool? What kind of information do we get from this person? Why are we calling him? He did not threaten, he already carried his action. So we should be able to communicate internally to our superiors, which is the coordinator of the coordinators, and say, what do we do? Should we just laugh this person and clap and say, okay, we'll buy a session bomb and rob our member and tell him, oh, he's well with you, and everything is on, is over. So there's no threat there, the action is already there. There is a call to that man yesterday. That man said, I will make investigation. But from them, thousands of calls go to this man. The man turned to tiger to desert offering phone. Because I can tell you that they threatened a pastor a couple of weeks ago. This threat was so far in Facebook. 2 days on Saturday, our member wrote to Facebook, apologized, the same pastor, without any action. This is a pastor you are telling not to open his shop. I mean, he's a shop anyway. You are telling him if you open, you're going to do this to do this. That shop must not open. If you open this and that, then you need to apologize to this particular person. IPOB is not that weak, man. Come on. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls here. I have a few more minutes to go, so I can take one or two more calls before I call it a day. 646-920-4541, 570-352-8442, +192940699953. Yes, but based on what they're calling, I understand everybody, the anger. Chidera made some very good, interesting point. He said, if you're talking and you're just talking, you don't really pose a threat to anybody. But when you take a physical action, now you're being violent. And when you use violence, we don't need to call you to caution you. No, you're already taking the action. If you're talking, maybe you're talking to your audience, and somebody comes and says, "This is what this man is saying in his church." You could be warned by phone call and all that. But when you have become violent already, you have raised your hand on somebody who is struggling for his life, what do we need to call you for? We have people out there. In fact, this number should be given, but not to us, not on air. It should be given to some people that will take action and do something about this person straight away without anything. I know that calling too, it's something, because I know how I battle with it. Tell us people that these marketers that call you on the phone, that one's a different one, because this one, the truth is, when they call you like that, obviously you're going to lose that number, because even there's no guarantee that if you get another number, they're not going to call you again. But in that situation, I am looking at it based on the fact that
decline, double tap to decline button, decline, double tap,
oh boy,
decline, double tap to decline button, double tap to activate.
I don't know what's going on with my phone here. I'm trying to get it off, but it's still ringing and keep ringing. Everything is going crazy this morning over here. So like our brother was saying, what he said makes a lot of sense. The man has already taken the action. He has already beaten somebody to stupor, almost dying in the hospital. We don't need to call him. I need to take care of him. Just there are people that can take care of this guy. It's not a big deal. He is nobody. He's just a nobody. But if he's just talking and rousing, take it like no kuku neku. That maybe some people can call him and caution him and, have like a conversation with him. But when you wake up and then you hit somebody, put him in the hospital, I don't think calling him is very important, honestly speaking. Yeah, he should not be called. And in fact, the only time you need to call him is to make sure that to locate where he is. And that hasn't got to be a public thing. So that's the way I look at it. I understand that people say IPOB treatment. Yes, when you're talking, it's a different, but when you become violent. The other one, they said he asked people to leave his church. That's I wouldn't call that violence. I would rather say, well, you said that they should leave, they left. But if you send people to go and hit up and beat up somebody and put him in the hospital, that's out of it. It doesn't even deserve any call. Somebody has to do exactly the same thing to him too. And there are many of you guys out there who can do that without even blinking an eye. It's nothing. They can call us whatever they want. They already called us terrorists, so what else are you going to call? Because when I see the worst here, there's something else. They already called us the worst of the worst. So I don't think there's anything else that they can call us now that will make any sense. They call us terrorists, we know we are not. So that's the thing. So like my brothers are saying, everybody is right in his own context. If you want to call and, because somebody is talking too much, you want to silence him and kill his phone so that he will not be able to make calls. Because there's no guarantee that he will take off SIM card also that the next number will not be gotten by somebody. And you know what it means, what the role that the cell phone plays in our lives. We don't want to lose our numbers. We don't want to change numbers, honestly speaking. That's okay, that's for talking. But if you wake up and you give instruction to your men to go out there and physically assault somebody, then you have done too much. You don't need any phone call, to be honest. All right, so let me take this as probably the last call today. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Make it very brief, please.
Good afternoon from here. My name is Most Favor Onibu. I come from Ozobel, Lewi province, Biafra land. I'm calling you from Kingdom of Netherlands. Mazi, I must thank you for your good work, and also to my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the Great, and our deputy, Mazi Mefo, and IPOB principal officers, and IPOB Biafrans at large who are working hard. Chukwa Biama will see us through, and Biafra will be restored in our own time. Yes, Mazi, I just called to make my announcement, please, regarding our protest coming forth here in the Netherlands on the 1st of October. We've secured our permit from the police, so we have the right to protest concerning the fraudulent, evil empire called Zoological Republic. So, if you know you are Biafrans, you are from the wider Niger area, or you are even a black man from Africa, and you have conscience of what is going through, what our people are going through, there you can be part of this very protest on the 1st of this month. And please, the venue for this protest is Langapotin 4. Langapotin 4, postcode is 2511CL, Den Haag, in the front of the Dutch Parliament. Please, I urge each and every one of you to be part of this protest. As far as you're living in Netherlands, you can locate us, you can reach us. And the time for this very protest is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I urge you all to be there, and Chukwu Abiyama will bless each and every one of us. It's about time we'll tell the Dutch people what we're going through. And you can also reach our principal officers for contact or for direction on your way coming. You can reach us on 0616-663830. Mazi, thank you so much for giving me the time, and Chukwu Abiyama bless you.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm almost out of this program for now. Let's see if any other call is coming in. If I give a few more minutes and no call comes in, then I have to call it a day. This is Radio Biafra. Like I was trying to tell you people, sit at home is very, very important. No matter what anybody does, the people are desperate now. They are doing everything to make sure that they disrupt it. But do not go out in the street, because they are going to kill you. You are going to die. If you send your children out, you have sent your children to the gallows. Please don't do that. It's very, very important that you stay at home. One day, like my brother said, the analogy is that COVID-19, they kept you at home without even feeding you, and none of you died. At this time, they are trying to save your life, and somebody is telling you Because for like in Ebonyi State, where they wouldn't open the schools because of COVID-19, then all of a sudden, because they want them to go and parade, they're telling them to go to school. Then wherever you are, don't allow your children to move out of their houses on 1st of October. Because otherwise, there's no doubt about it. Let me take one more call before I call it a day. Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
1 minute to be copied. Yeah, my brother. Good day, my brother. Good day, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, this is careful to see what, sir. Mazi, every other protocol is duly observed. Our leader just tweeted right away now, and what he tweeted is exactly what we want to hear.
Okay.
Man, let me read before he goes.
Okay.
Our leader says, if you are praying for relief from terror, know that you cannot desire freedom and yet detest agitation. If you are content with the calamity that has become Nigeria, stay in your lane and never use the brigade, the brave men and women that seek freedom through referendum. Biafra exit. Mazi,
yeah.
Fear is of torment. Our flag has our this thing has gone up. Dragon. Let people go and see what is written there. An eye for an eye. That's what I want to say on that. And on the other note, our brothers from Middle Belt, please, we know that all of you are close to this Fulani ginger weed. Just remove fear. Fear is of torment. If you all of you from Middle Belt that is in diaspora cannot come up and speak for your people now, who do you think will speak for them? Now they can started from diaspora and he came down home. Please, all of you should come and do them. Start making video. Liberate your people. Their life is in your hand. Forget fear. Nobody is doing anything. Nobody is monitoring. You are in diaspora. We are not telling our people in the Biafra in the zoo. All of you in diaspora, please do that. Briefly, I will give my number. If you have any problem, you call. Come to platform. Go to any radio Biafra. Yoruba has started and they are making Facebook video every day, 24 hours. You people should follow suit, please. You are marked for total extermination. Just like us. You have to defend your people. Now, all of you in diaspora, the number you call is +48 739 672 638. I'll repeat it finally. +48 739 672 638. Please help your people, save them, and save your land that is bequeathed to you by your great grandfathers. Is your right, it's not a privilege. Mazi, I drop it from here. Thank you, and have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much. Finally come to the end of today's program. I don't think I want to go any further. I'm so tired. But don't forget that 1st of October is very important, very paramount. It's our day. That's our day. And no matter what anybody says, don't be carried away. Make sure that you don't send your children out to go and get killed, because that's exactly what is going to happen. If you have been warned, you deliberately want your children to go out there and parade or march. What are they marching for? What are they celebrating? It's hunger and starvation for everybody. So stay at home.
Operation Sit at Home 2020. Operation Sit at Home on 1st October 2020. Operation Sit at Home on 1st October 2020. Why didn't they do you sef all this year when they celebrate 1st October for Nigeria? Can pass the Corano? No good road, no hospital, no drug, no work, no school, no education, no salary, no pension, no gratuity, no good water, no fuel, no care, no gas, no electricity. Now only darkness will they use our money. They pay for every month with they call NEPA bill. No airport, no seaport, no refinery, no company, no president, no vice president, no court, no judiciary, no security. The killer agents. Now only death, mortuary and ambulance with the see. Now you don't see when a baby become mature, it become a very reason. Why you no go think twice now? So as you don't grow rich, you no get sense, you no get ear, you no get eye to see. Say Naija, nigga area, don't jaga, everything scatter. gunshot everywhere. This one na to tell you say things don't fall apart and no make better reason. You no remember say for 1st October we dey celebrate cows, Fulani killer herdsmen, military choppers and roadblocks for Biafra land, sex harassment, DSS don join, rape, joblessness, killings, abduction, intimidation, imprisonment, incarceration, Operation Python dance, Operation Crocodile Smile, street customs, Fulani land grabbing, and no my people, to celebrate 1st October no make sense at all. No, when road good, now you go and dey plenty time, but this one no be road, not to talk of waka for it nor celebrate. And no talk like that. For this reason, the indigenous people of Biafra, alias IPOB, under the canopy of Nnamdi Kanu, don't declare that 1st October 2020 as Operation Sit at Home in the whole of Biafra land, as we no get anything for this celebration since ever we don't celebrate them. For this order, no school marching, no salute, no market, no business office go open, no keke, no moto, no truck, no moto bigwe, no street trading, no street football, no church, no ministry, no mosque, no shop, no mami market, no everything, even good morning market, no go open eye for head that day. Now total and complete lockdown in the whole of Biafra land. They call this one the mother of all sit at home and lockdown. Just to sit here at home now and carry your eye see as the zoo go carry in hand bury herself. No one may. This one a serious matter. No take am for granted. If you dare come out for that day, they don't plan how to come you, kill you, bury you without anybody seeing where they bury you. I beg, help pass this message to your neighbor. For 1st October 2020, in Operation Sit at Home, the mother of all Operation Sit at Home and Lockdown for Biafra land, my people, now the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, they bring una this message. The ear where they hear, it no big like basket.
All right, Nigeria Jaga Jaga, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. There's no doubt about it. Don't go out on that day. Sit down in your houses. Don't send your children out to go and die. 1st of October is a dangerous day for you to be outside anywhere in the zoo, anywhere in Biafra land. Sit at home. Those of us in diaspora, we're going to have our normal protests in the street, but we're not advising you to do that in the zoo because that means death sentence. If you step out, they're going to kill you. There's no doubt about it. You have to sit down in your houses.
Of the wonderful people of Biafra must ensure that there will be no market on the 1st of October. Nothing will happen. Not even churches. No mosque. Nothing whatsoever. There is going to be total silence across the entire land of Biafra, because there is nothing to celebrate about the zoo. The zoo have brought death, misery, mayhem, poverty, and impoverishment to our people, and that day our silence will speak for us. It will be so loud that the whole world will not fail but to understand that we are fed up with the zoo. There will be no marching. I am telling parents in Biafra land, do not kid your children or dress them up to come out to march for Fulani Janjaweedism. If you're celebrating 1st of October, you're celebrating Fulani mediocrity, you're celebrating British neo-colonialism, you're celebrating poverty, you're celebrating deprivation, you're celebrating Niyetiala terrorism, you're celebrating banditry, and you're celebrating idiocy. And we're not going to have that in Biafra land. So parents, be warned. Do not send out your children, because there will be terror attacks in Biafra land, planned, orchestrated, and executed by Niyetiala terrorists in Biafra land. They are there now in place. Some of them are even in the army and the police as well. Do not risk the lives of your children. Biafra land will be empty and very silent on that very day. Markets will not open. Markets will not open. Nothing will happen on October the 1st. Very, very important.
We finally come to the end of today's program, but please stay tuned because Radio Biafra will always be on. Mazi couldn't come in today, so I just sat in for him. Remember, don't forget, October 1st, we are going to sit at home. From me to you, it's goodbye. Please take care of yourselves.
Yeah.